weapon to defeat evil. 4 elements gathered around a fifth. Supreme being, the ultimate warrior, created to protect life. Together they produce what the ancients called the light of creation, able to bring life to the farthest reaches of the universe. But if evil stands there,
then what?
then light turns to dark, life to death, forever.
That's right, tapeheads. Freeze those knees, my chickadees. Get your multi-passes ready because today we are coming at you live from Fhloston Paradise in the Fifth Element. Welcome to Taped Over Podcast. I am your microphone Mondashawin host Travis, and I will be your voice. And beside me, as always, the our man, your man, my man, the Gemini Crockett contest winning Calgarian, Mr. Robert. How are you, bud?
Anybody else want to negotiate?
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I don't. Not a getting shot in the face.
Where did you learn to negotiate like that?
In this 1997 wild and wonderful, crazy, colorful signpost of sci-fi stellar, a 23rd century New York City cab driver becomes the unlikely savior of Earth when a mysterious woman crashes through the roof of his taxi. Learning she holds a power needed to defeat a cosmic evil, he must reunite her with the 4 elemental stones and save humanity. Directed by Luc Besson, music by Eric Serra, starring Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich, Sir Gary Oldman, Sir Ian Holm, and Chris Tucker. Setting an opening record for French cinema and grossing $263 million at the box office, The Fifth Element comes in with a big bada boom of 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb and 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. But Bear, tell our listeners of that elusive 6th element, the taped over score.
Well, tapehead, scan your multi-pass and get ready for an incredible trip to Fhloston Paradise because the 5th element is taxi cab flying in at a taped over score of 87 out of 100.
Ooh, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. All right, tapeheads, let me break it down for you as we always do. We are going to start as we always start off with the cast and performance, which gets a 19 out of 20.
Oh, baby.
Bruce Willis, this is his, I want to say last great action film. Pretty much his last real iconic role.
As an action star?
As an action star, I want to say. I mean, I think, oh no, Jackal came out before this. Although I love the Jackal. That's pretty fucking absurd.
Yeah.
But after this, he was doing like
he did
Mercury Rising. And
that's the one we were talking about.
And friggin', no, Mercury Rising is the one where he has to protect the kid.
Oh, yeah.
Mercury Rising and friggin'
Hostage.
And Sixth Sense.
Oh, right. And then he did the Unbreakable.
Once he lost what was left of his real hair, before they put that awful hairpiece on him in Surrogates.
I want to choose to forget that movie.
Anyway, Bruce Willis, fantastic. Nobody plays a down on his luck former combat legend, special forces.
Nobody
quite
ever.
Like Bruce Willis. Gary Oldman, literally, I think the greatest British actor of his generation, in my opinion. I'm more of a fan of his than Daniel Day-Lewis, personally. I think Gary
100%.
Unbelievable performance. Such a good heel. Like, just awesome villain. And I like these kind of... There's one line that Gary Oldman does where he's like, you're what does he say? You're evil Zorg or something. He says, you're a piece of shit. I can't remember what he says. And he goes,
he says you're pure evil, Zorg.
You're pure evil. And he goes, I know. I know. Yeah. You're terrible. Jovovich, incredible performance. Really cool. Doing kind of like, I don't know if it's gibberish or what the language is that she's speaking.
It's the divine language. It was a language. Yeah.
She really does a great job. Tiny Lister Jr. as president of the United...
President Lindbergh of the Federation of Territories.
There you go. He's not great, but I love to see him in this role because it is so unlike any other role that he has in his career. He's always a heavy, right? He's Debo.
He's not going to be President Debo
or President Zeus.
President Zeus. Yeah. Oh.
There is one scene near the end when like all is lost and they're going to die, like right before they kind of save the day.
Yeah.
And there's a shot of Tiny Lister Jr. when he's got his hand on his head and he closes his eyes so tightly.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's just genuine like sadness. And I think that's his best performance ever in this film, is just that one scene when he closes his eyes and you see the real emotion on him.
I would 100% agree.
He channels a bit of that in Dark Knight when he's like, I'll do what you should have done.
Oh, right.
20 minutes.
Yeah, of course. When he goes back to the kind of stereotypical character he usually plays.
And this movie is full of Chris Tucker. Okay, Chris Tucker. Can we talk about Chris Tucker? Unbelievable, fantastic. Some would say a little too much. I disagree because he's as Chris Tuckery as he can possibly be, and he cuts the over the top flamboyance with his kind of suave way that he likes to talk to the ladies in this movie. I think it's...
Well, he's never felt that way about a human before.
No, and it's just like, I don't know, his character really makes sense to me in this like, futuristic dystopian kind of way where human beings have kind of just surrendered to all things in excess, I think we might all wind up looking like Chris Tucker if we just get all...
Hey, man, Chris Tucker.
If we surrender to hedonism.
Remember, this movie came out in 97, so he is the OG first streamer / podcaster.
Anyway, fantastic performances. So many babes in this film. Very good looking. Very...
I could go on for days.
Tons of beautiful women in this movie. We are going to do... Next. Oh my God, I wrote some extra stuff.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Okay, I wrote some extra stuff. Since we're talking about cast and performance, I'm going to do a bit of a swerve right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to introduce something.
Right.
And if you like it, maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. I am introducing the Speed taped over recast.
Oh my Lord.
So
what the hell is this?
We did a thing on a Robert questionnaire a few episodes back when you said recast a film, any film with different actors. So
sure,
I thought if I was
agree. I remember.
If I was going to recast The Fifth Element, this is what I came up with, and I chose actors that would have been age appropriate for the time.
Okay,
and the year
I got a lot to talk
98.
about
This is 98. Yes.
Yep. No, 97.
97. Sorry. Yep. All right. So as Corbin Dallas.
Oh God.
I got Charlie Sheen. Russell Crowe or Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Although I can't picture anyone else but Bruce doing it, that was actually the toughest one to try and recast. But I kind of like Hugh Jackman because I'm thinking like a swordfish type scenario.
I got you.
As Zorg.
Yep.
Instead of Gary Oldman,
You mean Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg?
I've got Billy Bob Thornton in that role. Because Gary Oldman is essentially playing Billy Bob Thornton as Zorg. He's doing his best.
Okay.
Give me the stone.
Give me the stone.
Give me the stones.
They're not here.
Another casting I've got, other than Billy Bob Thornton, we could do Edward Norton or possibly John Travolta. I think I just had Swordfish on the brain. As Lilu. Have you watched it recently? I've got Natasha Henstridge or Liv Tyler as Lilu. Just because Liv Tyler could do the languages like she does in Lord of the Rings. And I'm thinking like Empire Records era Liv Tyler.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Quite a beauty.
I mean, it's Rex Manning Day coming up. So.
Rex Manning Day, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, for Ruby Rod.
Oh, God, here we go.
The iconic Chris Tucker role. Oh, man, this was tough. I've got a bunch. I've got Prince, who was actually the first choice to play Ruby Rod.
Actually, yes, he was the original choice.
Can you imagine Michael Jackson as Ruby Rod?
He was also thought to be a potential role, but yeah, okay.
Okay. Those are kind of pipe dreams, but I got Tommy Davidson.
Oh no. Okay,
Tommy Davidson as Ruby Rod. I could
yeah.
really see that. Or Jamie Foxx as Ruby Rod. Essentially the cast of Booty Call as Ruby
actually,
Rod.
believe it or not, Jamie Foxx was approached for this movie.
Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Yeah, so you're not too far off the mark there, mate.
All right, President Tiny Lister Jr. I've got either Michael Clark Duncan, Michael Clark
I wonder why.
Because he's big black guy, but no, because he's a better actor as well.
Fair. Okay,
he's a much better actor. He's an Oscar freaking nominated actor.
Yeah, fair.
We've got Samuel L. Jackson. I wonder why.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And let's swerve it here because for my third choice for president, Tiny Lister, I've got Hulk Hogan. Who would have done, I think, a very...
No.
Can you imagine President Hulk Hogan?
Hogan would have been better as like the General Monroe.
Oh well,
yeah.
I'm glad you said that because as military General Monroe,
Brian James did a phenomenal job.
I've got Brian Cox as General Monroe.
Oh my God, Brian Cox.
Yeah. Brian Cox is General Monroe. I think that's fantastic. I think
I'm trying to imagine this movie in my head.
Or Rip Torn, but I like Brian Cox. You're gonna love You're gonna love my next one here. Okay.
Oh God.
All right. As the priest,
Vito Cornelius.
I've got our boy Pete Postlethwaite.
Oh no, Pete Postlethwaite. He could do it. Because he's done it many times.
Dude, he hunted a bull T-Rex.
He was also a priest in Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, as the priest's helper wearing the Devo hat. David wearing the
Devo David.
The black Devo hat. I've got Elijah Wood in that role.
Yeah. I mean, he did that kind of role Last Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel.
All right, I got two more casts here. I've got as the Blue Diva, I've got Rosario Dawson as the Blue Diva.
Yeah, that's good. And that's Plava Laguna. Yeah.
Like amazing.
Yes.
Such like just when you think this movie can't get any weirder.
We will get into it.
We're going to get into it.
Because there's a lot about that.
Final recast, we've got Luke Perry's character played by Christian Slater.
No, poor Pear Bear.
I love Luke Perry.
Anyway, we all love Luke Perry.
That's it for the taped over recast. Let me know what you think, tapeheads.
I am trying to envision that movie, but it's tough.
It's interesting. And I don't know why I threw that right in the middle of the taped over score, but let's keep going. Look, cinematography, effects coming in at 20 out of 20.
100%. If you said anything less, I would
No, it's perfect score.
Fuck this podcast, I'm moving to New York.
This movie's 20 years ahead of its time. Everything from the effects, which still hold up amazingly. They still look so good. Everything looks incredible.
It's because it's almost all practical.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
It's so good. The costumes, the Jean-Paul Gaultier costumes.
My God.
Unreal, dude. I want the outfit that Corbin Dallas is rocking. He comes in at the airport and he's got the multi-pass. He's
with
rocking that jacket with
and
like
that orange
shoulder pads on it.
Top.
The orange.
Hell yeah, baby. Shit yeah.
I think I had that orange shirt in high school.
John Paul made 1,000 costumes for this movie, and he individually inspected, even for the extras, he inspected every single one. Good for him.
It is one of, if not the most visually dazzling films in the 1990s. It's
100%.
It's a friggin' art film with action. It's so cool.
Yes.
The look is it's unreal. Next category, we've got story, which I'm going to give a 16 out of 20.
Yeah.
I've got it somewhere between Stargate, Mars Attacks, and Total Recall.
What the fuck? Those are the three most obscure movies.
There you go. Somewhere in there, Stargate, Mars Attacks, and Total Recall. Little Mars Attacks for some of the rubber masks on the, the dog-like creatures.
Russell and Spader are like, the fuck?
Oh my God. Music comes in at a 7 out of 10. Really cool. So of its time.
Oh yeah, Eric Serra, man.
They take a ton of risks with some of the music, but the music just works so perfectly in this film.
So perfect.
It's like
from sexy jazz to like Middle Eastern like pop to operatic craziness.
You can literally, this movie is set in the 23rd century, I believe.
Yes.
And
it's the year 2260.
You can really see, like, everything from the look to the feel of this movie. It's like the music in it, feels like it was made in the 23rd century. Like, it's just like that music was created in this universe that we're watching on screen.
100%. 100% I agree.
I think that's, I thought the music was great. I hated the end credit song, though. I did not.
Light of Love.
I thought it was shit. I thought they could have done so much better.
Yeah, they really could.
So it lost a point. It lost 1 point there for that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll agree. Other than that, Eric Serra did a phenomenal job with this score. He's worked with Luc Besson, almost both of them together during their entire careers. which is excellent.
We're gonna wrap up the taped over score here. We got rewatchability, which I give an 8 out of 10. I think this movie just slaps
100%.
every time. It kills
Yes,
every
baby.
time.
Yes.
Nostalgia comes in at a 17 out of 20.
Wow.
I really
What a score for a awesome movie.
like 87 out of 100, and it could easily have been an 88 or an 89. I really tried to take off points,
Sure.
and be pretty nitpicky with this one because it is so good. Like even before, I rewatched this yesterday. Before,
Yep. Yeah.
and I came up with the score before I rewatched it, and as I rewatched it, I adjusted the score. a
Good.
little
And
bit.
that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, because I've seen this movie tons, many times.
Yes.
And it's a really cool film.
You know what, dude?
And the older I get, the more I like it, and the more I appreciate it.
You know what? I'm so happy you said that. So our final taped over score,
Comes in at an 87 out of 100.
87 out of 100.
Do not-
Phenomenal.
Do not tape over this VHS tape.
No, you never do that. Not to this. But you know, to prove to our listeners that, you know, this is we look at these movies, you know, in a different way, not just because we enjoy them and stuff like that, but we look at these movies from a different perspective. I'm going to tell you something to prove that we're not biased. I have rewatched this movie 3 times in the past, let's say 3 weeks. The first time I wanted to put on something light and just get out of the whole, tape, the Halloween Havoc kind of era, October, it's time to watch something else.
It's time to put childish things aside, Travis.
Well, like I said in the microphone,
Let's get real.
like
Let's get Jean-Luc Besson.
I watch spooky, scary movies all throughout the month of October, but I wanted to put something else on, and I randomly popped this on just because I love it. And I rewatched it once again last week just for, a little bit of research because, we kind of decided to do this movie. And then I rewatched it again, only like a day later. And I'm going to drop something on you here. This, for me, is hands down my absolute favorite science fiction movie of all time.
Oh my God, dude.
Of all time.
More than John Carpenter's The Thing?
Of all
More than
time.
Alien? More than
Of
Aliens?
all time. And I'm going
More
to
than The
I'm going
Fly?
to tell you something. Why? And it's slowly going to come out throughout this episode. I have a feeling that this movie there's a term and a phrase thrown around in this movie a lot, especially more in the beginning of the movie. It is perfect. From every element,
Including the fifth.
including the fifth of this movie, from everything in this, it is literally, for me, the perfect film.
Holy shit.
I might even go as far, after having watched it the 3 times, to say that this might possibly be my second favorite film ever made.
Wow.
I know it sounds
You're
fucked.
putting it right behind Jaws at number 2.
I know everybody. I know it sounds whack. But throughout the episode, I'm going to tell you reasons why I think so.
This movie, it's like, I forget how much I love it until I watch it.
Yeah,
But,
dude,
like,
it's messed up.
If we hadn't been talking about this movie all month, and like, if I had just watched it, this movie is not even in my top 30. Like,
I know, dude,
it's
but
not.
But for me,
The Fifth Element.
really loving filmmaking and stuff like that, looking at this movie, there's no other kind of way for me to describe it other than the perfect movie.
Tapeheads, I know, like, we're audio only, but Travis is like right now wearing a vinyl, like, white, like, thong, like,
Thermal
tits
bandages.
strapped, like, and he's got this big orange wig on. I mean, I know you're a fan, dude, but like, it's just 2 dudes here.
No.
Travis, like, what are you wearing, man? I wore my like plastic, like, Hitler haircut, like, combo, but like, dude, You go to the fan fest dressed as Lilu, you're a man.
Yes, but I'm close enough about the hair loss. I
Like,
could pull
you
off
know,
Corbin Dallas.
He's if there was a poll going who's sexier, Mila Jovovich or Travis, my vote is for Travis.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right now.
I'm going to win that. Sorry, Mia.
Dude, he did a full Brazilian wax for this podcast, dude.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
Trav, that's awesome, dude. I love this movie too.
I know, dude, man. I
like,
know.
This movie, it's like
I'm so excited about this. I've been waiting all week.
this movie does speak for itself, but fucking strap in.
Yeah,
Because we are going to
strap
speak
in.
for it a little bit for y'all right now.
And please, like, just listen to it. I love every element of this movie, all 5 of them, baby. And it's, oh my God, does it take you for a joyride. But Rope Bear, did you load up your multipass?
Of course, dude, but I only got like 4 credits left on my license.
Well, I mean, only 4?
Like at least, well, I would tell you at least 50, but I got 1 credit left, and I need to get it towed back into the cab stand.
Yeah, before Finger comes for your fingers.
Finger's gonna come for my fingers. No, he's not. I'll just tell him I had a beautiful bald fare fell into my lap.
Wow. No. Don't forget the wig. Don't forget the wig.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right.
5'9", 185 pounds on a good day.
176.
170s. Right. That kind of fare that comes around once in a lifetime, baby. Strap in, tape heads. Let's get into it, Travis.
Act 1. In Egypt, 1914, the Mondoshaewans retrieve a weapon to stop an evil that appears every 5,000 years. Promising they will return, they leave Earth. In 2263, the evil emerges. Priest Vito Cornelius tells Earth's president that the weapon to stop it, it's on his way. He fears all is lost when Mangalores, hired by an industrialist named Zorg, destroy the ship, returning it to Earth. Using a remnant recovered from the ship, scientists reconstruct a humanoid female. Awake and afraid, she escapes, falling into the cab of Corbin Dallas, former Special Forces major now flying a taxi in New York. Taking her to Cornelius, who recognizes her as the supreme being, Corbin learns her name is Lilu. Woo, baby!
Dude. Okay, so...
What an act. The first act is so much of this movie.
Aziz Light!
Aziz Light! So we are traveling, ripping through space and all these rocks and everything, and we come across our lovely pale blue dot known as Earth.
Greatest planet of all time, baby.
That
Bar
is
none.
true. Bar none. Bar none.
You know what? Let the aliens come, all right? You know what? People are like, we'd be helpless if an alien invasion happened. I think that us Earthlings, we know how to kill and destroy.
Oh,
we might have a
we
chance.
definitely do.
We know how to defend our keep.
So we are now in current time of 1914 in ancient Egypt in a temple, looking at this archaeologist, looking at the hieroglyphs on the wall, and we've got Pear Bear Luke Perry, who made it to the title card.
We got Dylan McKay himself taking notes.
He just ruined, what was her name? Gretchen's life.
With his
or whatever.
Walther or whatever.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. Just taking down notes, and this poor child from a local village keeps falling asleep because he's bored as shit.
Yeah, and this guy is just
Aziz Light
deciphering ancient hieroglyphs.
Yeah, and he's deciphering this ancient ritual from, all these 4 elements surrounded around this 5th one that destroys this snake hieroglyph, and then you know what? He's having a good time. He's an archaeologist, and then lo and behold, we get this shabby old priest coming in, hearing that he's kind of deciphered these hieroglyphs, and he's like, "Let's have a toast."
Yeah, and we all know that this priest needs to kill the other priest.
Well, well, no, he's trying to kill the archaeologist because he's on to this thing.
He is. He can't. Nobody. It's like he's like the dude with the neck tattoos in The Mummy. We have protected these secrets for thousands of years in hopes that it will never be deciphered.
Now we must go down and destroy it. So this priest comes in, having found out that this archaeologist has figured out this. we kind of get the impression that he's like, oh, okay. So he's like, well, we should toast to your success, and throws a bunch of poison into his drink.
Yep.
And he's like, I got to kill this guy before he realizes what's going on. But lo and behold, you pan out to this monstrosity, massive alien ship landing.
You know what it looks like?
Outside.
It looks like Donatello's coffee maker at the start of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles intro.
It does.
It looks Donatello does machines.
Massive.
It's like this gigantic football-shaped chip on the top, and then it turns into like a nipple on the bottom.
Yes. And
and there's like the freshest drip espresso you've ever had in your life comes out the bottom of that thing. Oh my god, dude! And the freaking beings that come out of this thing, these like 8 foot tall.
Well, wait.
Okay.
The priest goes to poison the archaeologist, and the archaeologist is like, "You can't toast with water. Pfft, throw away this schwill." And then he turns around, and there you go. We get the wonderful steampunk armadillo Monda Shaywans. Holy shit. These are my favorite aliens in anything.
You know what? I absolutely love them. And
they're so adorable.
They're adorable. And it's like, how are they so powerful? They can't move quicker.
Oh, they walk like penguins.
They walk like Semi-Amu Mall on a Tuesday afternoon. That's a inside White Rock show. They walk like an episode of The Walking Dead with what, like, it's a half a step at a time. They walk like a bunch of blue hairs heading back from Old Country Buffet.
The pantry.
They do. And yes, they look like gigantic they look like big espresso machines.
They look like steampunk armadillo espresso machines mixed with like they've got like duck heads. I mean, these guys.
There's a lot of
they're so cute, but there's a lot of massive. They look like beer kegs.
There's a lot of pachyderm looking creatures in this film, like Zorg's little elephant creature.
Oh, the Snar.
He's so cute. He's so cute. He can't help you if you're choking on a cherry, though. Anyway.
So, I want to talk about that scene.
So we discover that these rather imposing-looking beings are good.
Quite gentile,
They are good. They are kind of the protectors of the universe.
Well, they're protectors. They're at this temple to retrieve, because we are in 1914, so we're only a few years away. They sense that humanity's on the brink of its first world war. And they take this weapon away for safekeeping. And they're like, it's not safe on Earth anymore. We're going to take it. We're going to safeguard it.
I never put that together that it's 1914.
Yeah, it's only 4 years away from the First World War.
There's going to be a big fight happening pretty soon.
So they're like, the stones are no longer. So essentially, they take a case which contains 4 elemental stones and a sarcophagus, which is this supreme being, as the archaeologists had deciphered, out, and they're like, this is no longer safe on Earth. Someone's going to find it. We got to take it off planet, right?
God forbid that Kaiser gets his hands on this.
Oh my God, yes. Could you imagine if they left it, and then after the first one, 30 years later?
Okay.
I know he was searching for the Spear of Destiny, but we're not going to talk about.
Anyway, and then they are intercepted?
Well, Luke Perry, because the archaeologist is kind of like Luke Perry, they trank him essentially, and Luke Perry starts freaking out and starts shooting at them, and this wrecks everything,
ruins everything.
Yeah, I mean, Pear Bear kind of, in a way, he kind of
Buffy's boyfriend ruins everything.
Yeah, he really messed up humanity for quite a few years. Sorry, Luke Perry, rest in peace. But
Travis,
my God,
Christian Slater never would have fucked up like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! So as our armadillo buddies are leaving, armored armadillos,
or armadillo aardvarks,
our aardvark armored armadillos that are bipedal are leaving. This priest, he's like, I will keep your secret safe. Because this door crushes our buddy, and he leaves the key to the case that holds these 4 elemental stones, which is the key to this weapon. And my God, we are now in space. Yeah, pretty much. It's a great space noise. I've never been to space.
That's my
personally,
space noise.
But it sounds perfect.
That is my space noise.
So we're floating around, and my God, we see this massive. It is now the year 2263, and we've got President Lindbergh Debo, played by Tommy Lister Jr.
He's an Ethiopian Jew.
We have Priest Vito Cornelius, portrayed by the late great awesomeness of Bilbo Baggins, Sir Ian Holm, discussing from Earth to this military force that's out in space that have come across this giant sphere of pure darkness and evil. And my God.
Can we call it the Nothing?
Let's call it the Never, like Metallica.
It's basically Galactus is coming to devour the world.
But it's not a humanoid. It's just a spherical shape of black, dark evil that happens to shoot flaming skull faces like Shang Tsung at you.
It's actually quite polite, too. I'm sorry if I disturbed you.
Right. Mr. Shadow? Yeah.
Mr. Shadow.
So the military is like, well, Ian Holm, Priest Vito Cornelius in this movie, is explaining that he's like, this is an evil, like, oh my God, we have to stop it. And the president's like, I've got some doubts about trying to blow this thing up. And this general that's flying around in spaceships, Starship Trooper style, he's like, I don't have any doubts, sir. And he starts shooting missiles galore at this thing. And oh my God, the thing just reacts to the aggression and expands and ends up wiping out these troops.
Yeah, literally. So the more like violence you throw at it, the more powerful it becomes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Evil begets more evil.
100%.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of cool.
And like Vito Cornelius, our prince here.
I keep thinking you're going to say Vito Corleone.
Vito Corleone. I probably will at one point in this movie.
Oh, I should have recast freaking.
No, that's Ian. Sir Ian.
I should have put Marlon Brando as the priest.
Oh, get out! He's too busy on Dr. Moreau. So yeah, we have him. He's like, okay, you know what? Conventional weapons are not going to destroy this. My Mondoshawan contacts, because he is now a descendant of this order that is there to protect those stones that know about it and to carry on the lineage and legacy of this weapon, the only thing, because this evil appears every 5,000 years, as the Mondoshawans were telling us, and the archaeologists discovered. So he's like, Mr. President, don't worry. What's needed to stop it? It's on its way to Earth right now. This weapon that we need is coming. And I have the key. You just have to trust me. But
you are confident about these omens?
I am very
bird signs. You want to go up against this based on bird signs.
Do not mock the gods.
Do not mock
the gods. Stay tuned for that episode one day. Troy.
You sack of wine, Travis.
I love that's my favorite fucking line. You sack of wine.
So
anyways, the returning Mondoshawans, who are lovely armadillo friends, are en route to Earth in their ship, and they get stopped at this, it's essentially a red light coming into Earth's orbit.
Which they have a lot of those in that.
Apparently.
In the 23rd century, yeah.
I would assume so.
I would assume so,
traffic.
Too. Space travel is just like, getting on a plane.
I could also just be like, I'm going to fly above you, but whatever, or below you, or to the side, or to the other. But anyways, so the president's like, yeah, let them in, and be like, hey, we'll give them anything they want, to like anything they need or whatever. And lo and behold, they're coming in, they get approval to land, and we get an ambush by the Mangalores.
The Mangalores are a
shaved dog,
a
warrior
bull,
race,
a kind of pit bull, like
mixed with the poodle.
They're they're quite the intimidating species. They're also able to shapeshift themselves to look like humans.
So they're a warrior race.
But they kind of like, it's almost like Total Recall when he transforms into like the big fat woman, It's like 2 weeks, and it's like, and like I can't stay in this form.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, but it's not
or like
mechanical.
sugar water, like Men in Black. Like they're really
D'Onofrio?
dude, they're really having trouble like maintaining their human form. Like, I don't think I can hold it. I'm gonna transform back into this dog beast.
You're right about one thing.
Totally. And these guys are, they're mercs essentially. They're bounty
they
hunters.
are. They blow up the.
They're kind of like Klingons.
Yeah, I would say
Or,
the closest comparison would be like a Klingon.
They're like Worf.
Or like Romulans, like space dicks.
They're and they're very
They're a warrior race
I
that
bet
are
you they're-
based on honor, but they've been scattered to the winds due to their.
I don't know if you can see it in the film, but each one carries a ceremonial blade
Oh, shut the
in
hell up!
their vest to perform either Harry Carey or their last stand for the honor. And they're kind of like Predator too.
It's funny how you say those two words
Dude,
because that comes back later in the
Dude,
movie.
at any moment they could go into their playmaker on their wrist there for all you football fans out there.
The power
Yeah,
glove.
they open up their Power Glove playmaker and they can type in a little code and explode themselves.
Well, I mean, it just happens. Okay,
It happens. I mean, every like super predatorial warrior alien has that ability.
That is,
Except for the aliens from Alien, they just explode acid all over you.
it's a last stand.
It's quite the last stand. Even if
That's
you
a
kill us,
martyrdom if I've ever heard of.
yes.
So they end up destroying the poor Armadillo Mondoshawan ship, returning the stones to Earth, and my God,
Very sad.
and Ian Holm, priest Vito Cornelius, Father Cornelius he fears all is lost. He's like, my God, they were carrying the one thing that could stop this evil from destroying all life in the galaxy, essentially. And shortly after, the president's like, were there any survivors from the ship? And they're like, just one. And we go to a scene where it's literally a severed hand in this mechanical gauntlet because the Mondoshawan armadillos had these monster beer keg armor
They're
things on.
biomechanical. They're like
Yes.
General Grievous.
Yes.
If you haven't seen Fifth Element, but you have seen The Revenge of the Sith, or what, Attack of the Clones, is Grievous in that as well?
That's the first one you see him in, yeah.
Yeah. They are basically quite Grievous-like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the armor is just like a spacesuit for these
Yes.
tiny little guys. Nobody
They're-
knows what they look like, but they're adorable.
They're
And
more
they're
machine
steampunk
now than
armadillos, man. I said it
man.
myself. I can't say it any other way.
They're
That's what they
sweet
look
as
like.
hell.
And they're adorable.
They're
Love them.
somehow 8 foot tall, like steampunk metal.
Yes, and they waddle like penguins.
They waddle,
It's
which is the cute thing about
yeah,
them.
it's just like, okay.
When evil
No more
returns,
time, yeah.
so shall we.
And it's a severed hand from the ship, and scientists in New York City bring it to this lab, and they're like, oh my God, this is like, there's a biosign on this. So you know what they decide to do? They 3D print a wonderful, I mean, we are the 23rd century. This is year 2263. 3D printers are thriving. HP Packard or whatever it is.
Hewlett Packard.
HP Packard.
Hewlett Packard.
Hewlett Packard are just loving it.
One
and,
of the first computer companies.
And so was Texas Instruments, the company that makes
I just think of the TI-86 calculator.
I think of the T800.
I think of the TI-86
T1000.
and the TI-86 Plus.
And
Was it
they-
84.
So they have this being in this tube, and they start reconstructing this humanoid that turns out to be this
Bird.
beautiful female. Essentially, it's just like a female laying there in this tube, and then they have to like flash it and like add it with skin and everything, and it wakes her up, and we get the beautiful, lovely, incredible acting of Miss Mila Jovovich.
And I mean, I can't think of a film before this that I really remember her from. And I'm sure, but I know she was
Dazed and Confused. She was the hippie stoner chick.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was the girlfriend of the stoner guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And she was the one playing the guitar when
No
they're like,
way.
She was the one doing the
Dude, I
makeup.
didn't even put that together.
doing the kiss makeup on the statue that they
Okay.
stole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And literally, And that's what, 94 Days and Confused?
Yeah, I mean, she'd only been in like that and a couple small. I mean, she started as like a model, right? Like,
And then went on to Resident Evil, fucking
all of them almost.
I think she was in pretty much all of them.
Yeah, Alice. I mean, she did have a career. She did another movie with Luc Besson that I'll talk about after. Yeah, I'll talk about after the Messenger, which she played Joan of Arc.
I always think of Famke Janssen as the evil Mila Jovovich.
That's a good way of putting it. Okay.
I don't know.
So yes, the human scientists recreate this perfect being, the beautiful and wonderful Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich.
And she just she's awake in this tube that they have her in, and she's like freaking out. She starts speaking a crazy language. I actually figured out, I did a bunch of research because I love this movie. I know what she's saying, but she's totally like, where the hell am I? Like, just imagine, be like, you go from being on a ship and then all of a sudden you're getting attacked to waking up in this tube in the middle of God knows where.
You're like the hand of a robotic armadillo, and then all of a sudden you're a babe in like
a babe wearing
white fucking pleather
straps. Yeah.
Well,
just like ridiculous.
His vinyl covered leather. Do you think Gautier would have used anything but the finest of cow skin?
Of course not. So she's speaking in this divine language, and the military's there, the scientists are trying to decipher what she's saying, and she's just like, you know what, the hell with this, because the general, my boy Brian Monroe, comes in and he's like, if you want to get out, you're going to need to learn how to speak English. And she sees the little key and she's like, wait a minute, punches through what is said by the scientist, unbreakable glass, punches through it, grabs him, smacks his face, takes the card, lets herself out of the tube, and then jumps through the wall. And now she's very a la John McClane in the air vents, running away from all these people trying to capture her. And she gets out onto the ledge, and this is where we see a beautiful shot of sprawling 23rd century New York City. And there are cars flying all the way through the sky. Now, you have to remember, there's this level of fog underneath, and humanity has built up, because you can't build out, you got to build up. And the fog and the pollution has settled down, so we are now above the clouds.
It's very Blade Runner-esque.
Yes, and these were all 20-foot models, miniatures made. And what makes this movie so incredibly brilliant is you get the first taste of what this world is, right?
Yep.
And oh my God, is it gorgeous. So all of that being said,
it's kind of gorgeously toxic at the same time.
It really is. But right before, as this is kind of transpiring, we, as Lilo's getting recreated, or sorry, this woman's getting recreated, we have the introduction elsewhere of our boy, Mr. John McClane, Bruce Willis, portraying Corbin Dallas.
Yes.
One of the coolest intros into any character in any movie.
This, and Travis, this character of Corbin Dallas,
great.
It's John McClane in Die Hard with a Vengeance when he's on suspension.
Right.
And
yep, I got you.
He's hungover. This is the 23rd century.
Okay? I got a really bad headache.
I really, really thought that by, the year 2417 or whenever the fuck this movie is set, they would have a better system to quit smoking cigarettes than just extending the filter and shortening the dirt itself.
Okay, so for our listeners, we'll give a little context. So while Lilu is escaping and being recreated and whatnot, we have the introduction of Corbin Dallas, who is Bruce Willis in this movie. He's in this tiny, like 8-by-4-foot apartment, which is such an awesome apartment.
It's a unit.
Yeah, it's a unit it's a storage unit.
It's almost a Futurama-esque.
Yes, right.
Robot arms apartments.
You know, he's like waking up and he's just like, oh man. And you know, he's like, you know, it's Bruce Willis. And you know, he is this is after, so this is now, this is 2 years after 3 years after the release of Die Hard with a Vengeance. So he is a megastar, Bruce Willis.
Oh, megastar.
He's
one
like
of the big three action stars, Schwarzenegger,
probably the biggest
Stallone, and
star
Willis.
in this.
Okay,
Yes.
those are the big three.
And
to a lesser extent, the Van Dams.
And you know what? He only picked up this role because Luc Besson originally had Mel Gibson in line to play this.
Why did I think of Mel Gibson?
He wanted Mel Gibson and Bruce Willis, and he was like, "Oh my God, the Die Hard star is going to be ridiculously expensive." And Mel Gibson actually shared an office with his agent across his hall, and he'd always come into Luc Besson's office and be like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but whatever, you know, blah blah blah."
I'm thinking about it, Mike.
And then
but I don't think I'm going to.
And then he eventually, Gibson eventually kind of passed on it because he went to direct Conspiracy Theory, I think was the movie that
this
he did.
is post Braveheart as well, though. This is post Braveheart. This is just pre Patriot. I believe.
This is Mel's still.
Mel's a megastar. Martin Riggs is cheaper than John McClane.
But Luc Besson always had Bruce Willis in mind for this role.
Well,
nobody else could.
Can I say a thing about Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis really always wanted to be known as a real serious actor, not just an action star. He wanted to do more serious roles. There's very few roles where Bruce Willis is not an ass-kicking, like, badass. But one movie you can watch...
Don't say Hudson Hawk.
No, I'm going to say Death Becomes Her.
That's his... Okay. That's good that you said that.
That's where you see Bruce Willis kind of step out of that action star, and he plays a kind of a dork, right? He's a bit of a cuck in that film.
Well, he is, because that at that time, that was actually right before this movie, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah. And he took 3 liberties doing movies that were kind of outside of his wheelhouse. Death Becomes Her being one, Hudson Hawk, and then the other one was like oh God, it's like what's his name? It's like Bruce something, or not Bruce, Buck. I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember either.
Yeah,
but you know what?
You know what I'm talking.
They all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, what I'm saying, Tapeheads, if you can check it out, they do the roast of Bruce Willis on Comedy Central.
Oh, nice.
And if you want to see one of the best features on any roast ever, watch Edward Norton on the Bruce Willis roast, and he finishes it with this really kind of heartwarming story about Ed Norton was doing this play in New York, and Bruce Willis like sent him a letter. He wrote him like a letter in his mailbox and like gave him flowers or something. I can't remember what it was, but he wrote, and Ed Norton says, Bruce Willis wrote. He's like, Bruce Willis left me a letter. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he goes, you're doing the kind of stuff that I want to do. And if there's anything that you want to do, I'm available. Like, literally, if there's something that you're doing,
you want to
if you got a project that you're doing, I'm down to work with you. And Ed Norton's like, to this day, he's like, it's one of the nicest things I ever read from somebody, and it meant a whole lot. It was really heartfelt on a roast. At the end of the roast, that was the thing. It was friggin' heartwarming. And Bruce Willis always wanted to be considered this, a real actor, not just ex-special forces ass-kicking motherfucker. But he does it so well. And this movie showcases his heart, his
tenderness, right?
Well, the reason is, this is the thing about Bruce Willis characters, John McClane included, okay? Die Hard with a Vengeance, great example. Bruce Willis, gets thrown out of his unit, gets suspended from the force, because he'd be damned if he would do anything other. He'd be damned to do anything other than the right thing. He refuses to play the game, and it gets him in trouble all the time. He also likes to smoke cigarettes
That's
and
right.
maybe drink a little too much, and maybe smash his head and bleed a lot, and like, cover his wife beater in blood.
Maybe cut his feet a bit.
Maybe a bit, but
maybe get some shrapnel
what, you
in the
think
arm.
I'm fucking stupid, Hans?
You know what? Bear? Come to New York. We'll get together.
Hey man, it's like this role.
The greatest. This is
role
my
really makes
favorite Bruce Willis role. As much as I love 88 Die Hard, as much as I love 90 Die Hard 2, and as much as I love 94 or 95,
95 Die Hard with a
Die
Vengeance.
Hard with a Vengeance,
which
this
is my
favorite Bruce Willis role.
My favorite is Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I like the whole 9 yards, but this movie just
by the whole 9 yards
showcases his prowess of being able to, like you said, like have heart. Like he's an action hero, an action star, but also very soft and tender.
He's just a real guy.
Yeah, he's the man.
Watch The Last Boy Scout. Kind of same idea.
Oh my! Okay, let's get back to the fifth.
He's a fucking realist.
So Corbin Dallas
is a realist.
So Bruce, I'm gonna call him Corbin. So Brucey here, Big Willie style, wakes up in his apartment, lets his cat in. Gets a call from a guy named Finger who's like, hey, man, you got to bring your hack in for an overhaul. And he's like, I don't do that anymore. I don't fly space fighters. I'm like, I don't do that. And he's like, all right, fine, whatever. And he's like, okay, well, I'm your like buddy from the military, but I got you this job driving a cab. Just whatever. He's like, you know what, Finger, I got to go. I got to get up for work. And he gets a knock on the door. And he looks out his little peephole and he sees his hallway and he's like, okay. So he opens it, and my favorite character in any movie ever appears. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Richard Leaf plays the neighbor, and this guy is fucking awesome.
Okay, is this the neighbor? Or is this the guy with the hat on?
Tweaker guy.
Okay, dude, I'm really I'm kind of pissed off that John Leguizamo didn't play this character.
No, I'm sorry. No, as much as I love Johnny Leg, no, this guy, Richard Leaf, played this guy perfectly. So it's this tweaker neighbor that I guess he has who's wearing a hat that looks like what you would
fucking solar panel.
Well, no, it's the hallway. It's a picture of the hallway. So when Bruce Willis
when he's like,
when he looks out, and then he opens up, but it's like a fucking, it's like a 2-foot just flat piece of fucking canvas.
All right, lo and behold, this bozo is completely inept.
And he's like tweaking out.
You gotta press the little yellow button there to load.
So he's got a gun to Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He's like, give me the cash. And Bruce Willis, obviously with his military background, is like,
never breaks a sweat.
Hey man, that's a DS6. It's a really nice weapon, but lucky for me, it's not loaded. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, that little yellow button, you got to press that. And he presses it and he loads and he's like, oh, give me the cash. So he's asking for cash, but obviously
Corbin disarms this man.
Yes, because it's Corbin Dallas.
And then he does a little dance and he runs away.
And Bruce Corbin is, he's like, you know what? That's a really, hardcore piece of hardware. Why don't I keep that for you? He's like, fine. And then he's like, that's a really lovely hat. And the tweaker guy's just like, you like it? Ah! And he starts doing this.
He starts dancing a jig. He starts dancing a jig like at the end of The Last Boy Scout.
It's so perfect. And the music that's playing, it's like he's dancing along to the music that's scored in the background. And my God. So Corbin heads out in his cab and he realizes he's only got 5 points left on his license.
No, I thought it was 4.
It's 5 because
it's your second favorite movie and we know this.
Oh, yes. Okay, calm down here, champ. So, he's got 5 points. He fires up his flying taxi because remember, we're
his flying 57 Chevy Bel Air.
Hundreds and hundreds. It is a Bel Air, isn't it?
It's got to be a Bel Air. It's got to be a 2417 Bel Air.
This is even this taxi is where that world building that Luc Besson created with this movie is why I feel so strongly about this movie is because it's a bright and colorful world. It's not this like dystopian, dark and gritty world, like Blade Runner, for instance.
It's not as dark and gritty as Blade Runner. However,
it's lived.
It's got a bit of dirt on it. It's lived in.
I don't think
it's
any
very
other
well
movie
said.
has done it that way. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think it like even looking at his cab, like the paint's rubbed off, like the buttons on his console, or like
I like to think
shoddy.
I like to think of like Star Wars: A New Hope, like Tatooine. It's like everything's it's like everything's like these like the speeder.
It feels
the sand crawler.
It
like,
feels
it feels lived in, but it's still bright and everything. Kind of
and this
it's kind of believable that humanity would get to this point.
A cool thing about this is Luc Besson actually said, he's like, like all these films that portray our future are always so dark and grim, and obviously being the year 2025 that we're in present day, I mean the outlook of the future doesn't look so positive, but he's like, the future should be considered, like, you should think of your future and our future as humanity as bright,
as the peak of humanity.
And is these colors, man, it's fucking incredible.
Oh, it's amazing.
And the model work and the miniatures. So anyways, Corbin leaves his little thing and he flies out and he hits the road.
He's putting around.
And we flash back to our lovely Lilu,
on the
escaped
ledge.
Convict.
She's out on a ledge somewhere.
She's out on a ledge.
After roaring like a lion and smashing through the glass like Al Iafredi.
Or the lion that scalped Jan de Bont. So she's out on this ledge and these police are chasing her through the vents and they finally get her, very a la Fugitive. She's got no place to go.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
Whatever. She's like, I've got nowhere to go. So she jumps.
And she's quite ignorant at this point because she's fresh off the creation 3D printer.
She's like a kind of like a
she's very innocent.
Like a child.
She's like a child. She's very
in a way, but even though she's a bed, we find out she's 2,000 years old. But she jumps away because she's like, I don't want to go back to whoever the hell this is behind me.
So she swan dives like Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Through the
beautiful traffic of flying cars, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet above,
and was picked up by the unlikeliest of creatures.
Crashing through the taxi.
Mr. Corbin Dallas's taxi cab.
Boom!
Boom! Whoa!
You have been in an accident.
1 credit remains.
You have 4 credits deducted from your license. He's like, what the fuck? So he ends up...
Oh my God, I get fucking 1 credit left.
You know what? Drive a taxi in New York, they say. Have a few laughs. It would be great. And he pulls over because he's like, what the shit just happened? And he turns around and he...
Dude, it's love at first sight.
He sees this poor, innocent, just like injured, but like kind of like wondering what the hell's going on. Beautiful image.
Supreme being.
Of this lovely, just young lady wearing almost next to nothing. But,
dude, it's love at first sight. Like,
and it really is. Dude, you can see.
And I think she loves him too.
And the thing is like, it's cool because during this entire scene, Luc Besson never told Corbin what she was going to say.
Okay.
So Luc Besson and Mila Jovovich actually created this quote unquote divine language, and they would write emails to each other and they would talk to each other in this. So they created like a 400 word language,
very much like Lord of the Rings,
very, very reminiscent of that. Yes. And she starts talking, and this is where I think you get Bruce Willis. Like, this is where I think you get some of his best acting, because he's just like, yeah, okay. And it's like, hey, you all right? Like, and she's like speaking gibberish, and he's like, yeah, all right.
You just sounded like Family Guy right there.
Good. But yeah, so the police the flying cop cars end up rolling up beside them, and she is like,
please,
she sees this tiny like UNICEF poster on the back of his fucking partition, and she's play help.
And what's he gonna do? Not help?
she gives him the puppy dog, big cat eyes, and you're not going to say no to a
my
19-year-old
life sucks.
Mila
I'm on my
Jovovich.
last like friggin' inch-long filtered cigarette. I've got
It's like 4 inches
I got
long.
1 credit left on my license.
Yeah. Well, now you do.
Everybody in my former military unit is dead.
Yeah.
My mother's honking me on the phone every day.
You miserable bastard.
100%. So yeah, why not?
The cop
they put an aircraft cable link.
which I think is cool. It's like it's a cool way because they
Every
they
taxi
suck
cab
their-
is outfitted with a hook, so you cannot escape.
Well, you think they're flying cars? How else are you going to like get close to them, right?
It's true.
Yeah, it's
But
like a good way.
apparently, this 2457 Chevy.
Please help.
All right, I'm gonna hit
Because
the gas.
She crashed through the ceiling with a big bada boom.
Bada boom.
Bada big boom. Yes,
bada-
yeah, big bada
bada boom,
big
bada
bada
boom.
Yeah. And he's all like, "Oh my god!" And she's sounding so helpless. And you know what? Everybody, and I'm like, man, woman, child would have helped this individual.
I know I would have.
Yes. Well, yes, I definitely.
When you
And he's
you
like,
can
"Oh,
obviously see the
hell,
good
why
guys
not?"
from the bad guys, man.
And he rips out of there, taking the cable and the cop car along for a ride for a brief moment. And we get a wicked, awesome, amazing chase through the skies of skyscraper
Flying car chase.
23rd century New York, dude. It is awesome.
Badass.
Not to mention we get it's corporate shame of McDonald's still being a massive corporation.
Of course it is.
And we got these two cops getting some McDonald's, and they're like, "I'm not gonna chase these guys. I gotta eat first." and yeah, they are ripping through the skies and whatnot. And I keep wanting to call her Lilu already, but
She is Lilu.
well, yeah, we haven't really discussed that, but we're gonna call her Lilu. I think everyone knows. This girl's like, hey, like, she's saying the name Vito Cornelius.
He's like, yeah, I saw The Godfather when I was a kid.
Check it out. Come to Napoli. We'll have a few laughs. And bless you. And yeah, so they end up like a crazy chase down through the fog. Awesome. And he ends up finding out because she's kind of like, bleh, I've fallen through the roof of your taxi.
You can't even speak.
Yeah, exactly. Fallen through the roof of the taxi.
She speaks some language,
Yeah.
you know?
But he recognized the name because she kept repeating it, Vito Cornelius. So with an unconscious fare, Corbin tracks down priest Ian Holm, Bilbo Baggins, Mr. Vito Cornelius in this movie, and he knocks on the door, and he's holding
the bed.
He's holding the babe.
He's holding the babe in his arms.
And Ian Holm, I love this, man. This is where Ian Holm's acting is just on point.
Oh, I'd
It's
love
like,
to hold it again.
weddings are on the floor below us, and he's like, she's not my bride, she's my fare. And he busts into this priest's house, and he puts her down, and he's like, she kept saying your name, and my God, Vito Cornelius realizes that all his fears are not lost because this is the supreme being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh
He
my
passes
God.
out.
Yeah, he passes out.
He's like, oh my
and-
God, she has the tattoo with the 4 elements on it.
Yes.
Oh my
and then
Lord.
he, like, a little while transpires after, and Corbin's like, come on, hey man, wake up, like, what the hell do we do with this chick, like, what's going on here? So he's like, oh my God, I gotta go do a bunch of things, like, just wake her, but very gently.
He goes, I'm leaving now, and I don't suspect you shall ever see me again.
Oh my God.
This is the end.
So
Proud feet.
I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve.
Well said, Travis. Good.
That's one of my favorite things.
Oh, you
I say that to
fuck
people.
that one up.
No, I say that to everybody all the time, especially you. Yeah. So he tells. So Vito wakes up, and it's like, Corbin, you got to wake her up, but be exceptionally gentle. You have no idea what this is or who this is, and he's like, okay, like whatever. So he starts at first trying to be gentle, and then he's like, yeah, And he goes in and gives her a kiss, and all you hear is and yep,
gun.
not a good thing to do. And very creepily does like this like Snow White Sleeping Beauty shit.
Afterwards, he's like, I shouldn't have kissed her.
And to his credit,
he
does it like
his
3
decision.
times. He's like, I shouldn't have.
God, I haven't had a woman in a while, and
but
it just seemed like fate.
Lilu, this woman, like kind of like comes up with his gun, speaking the divine language again, saying blah blah ectogamet, and he's like, yeah, no, that's bad, and Mr. Cornelius comes back in the room, everything's fine, and Corbin's trying to be like, he's like, my name is Corbin Dallas.
Corbin,
and
me Corbin, you.
Yeah, and she's like,
how about a shorter name?
Lilu Lamina, like Dr. Sabat or whatever. Yes, and he's like,
Jovovich.
He's like, do you have a shorter name? And she's like, Lilu, and he's like, Lilu, okay.
He's like Mil Jovo.
So then Ian Holm kicks him out of the place, and that ends pretty much our first act.
Yes.
So are you ready to get into Act 2?
Yo, you know I'm ready to get into Act 2, man. It's when it gets good. It's when it gets real good.
Act 2. Lilu reveals the stones were entrusted to diva Plava Laguna, who was performing at a hotel above planet Fhloston Paradise. Winning a contest rigged by the military, the two travel to the luxury hotel to retrieve them. While Corbin and the flamboyant talk show host Ruby Rod attend the opera, the Mangalores attack. Zorg, arriving to retrieve the stones, wounds Lilu. Corbin, Lilu, Vito, and Ruby escape with the stones, and Zorg is killed as a bomb destroys the hotel. Disheartened by humanity's history of violence, Lilu loses the will to save Earth. So at this point in the film, we have our wonderful introduction of Mr. Sir Gary Oldman portraying the villain,
The underboss.
Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Who, by his own admission, Gary Oldman represented this character as a cross between Ross Perot and Bugs Bunny. And if you keep watching it closely, tapeheads, you'll notice that his limp changes from left to right. So we have Zorg meeting.
Wait. All right, can we talk about Zorg's style a little bit here?
Oh my God. Yeah, we can. Of course.
All right.
Of course
So Zorg took some inspiration from a guy from, you may know him from the 1930s and 1940s.
Yep.
He has a half plastic Hitler haircut going on. And what he did was...
It's like a Japanese Hitler haircut.
He also took the Hitler mustache and moved it from his upper lip to his lower lip.
He's got a patch that even John Travolta would be jealous of.
He's got a soul patch flavor saver that would scare even the thickest of soups.
Yes, right.
Actually, it would scare the thinnest of soups.
It would scare... Well, yeah. Yes, here we go.
It is so fine and so dark. I want a half plastic
head
side
cap
part. I love when he gets really stressed out and the hair like flies as I am above the law. It's like, he gets very stressed out, and my Hitler hair is like
in his southern
if you watch
weird
if
accent.
you ever watch like old if you watch like World War II footage, if you watch like Hitler doing speeches, it's like when he gets really riled up and he's going, his hair, his little fucking side part will like fall into his face and he'll go, blah, blah, and he's gonna like move it out of his face. Mine bangs in my face.
Okay, let's cut that because we're not fucking talking about
Well, no,
Hitler.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
All right, well, dude, if you're gonna portray a bad guy, who is the ultimate bad guy of humanity?
A cross between Ross Perot and Bugs Bunny.
The second most famous Austrian of all time, other than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The unit of measurement himself.
The unit of measurement
who's now slanging pizzas at the pizza shop.
He was a good speaker.
So, Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg, the man hiring the mercenaries that destroyed the Mondoshawan ship, returning the weapon to Earth, is introduced, and he's walking down a hall, and his colleague comes up, or his employee comes up, and he's like, we need to cut some costs on these things. If we fire $500,000 or 500,000 employees from a smaller company, like a cab company, we'll be fine. He's like, fire 1 million. And he's like, well, but 500. And he's like, fire 1 million. He's like, right, sir. Sorry to bother you. So Zorg walks around the corner, and he's got 4 cases of the ZF-1 fucking destroyer gun.
Multi-utility Boba Fett in a fucking
Boba
one-armed
Fett
rifle.
Boba Fett in a lunchbox.
You've literally got Boba Fett on your left or right arm because it's effective for both lefties and righties.
And in walks the Mangalores, the mercenaries in which he hired to destroy the ship and retrieve a case.
Travis, is this not like one of the coolest guns ever in cinema?
In terms of its effectiveness and variety of options, yes. By aesthetics, absolutely fucking not. It's like a slug on your arm. It is ugly as shit.
It's really cool because when
the replay,
when not equipped, it like
it turns like cocoons.
It cocoons,
yeah,
and it shrinks down into like basically like almost like an extra large football.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like a rugby ball.
I love the tan color.
Oh yeah, the weird tan.
Oh, that sick tan color. But it's available in any color you want. And I like the flamethrower, my personal favorite.
So Zorg is telling these Mangalores as part of their deal for destroying the Mondoshawan ship that they bring him a case, and he gives them these 4 crates of weapons. And like Robert was saying, this weapon has got everything under the sun. It's got a rocket launcher, poison dart launcher, replay bullets where you shoot a bullet at one thing and then you can turn around and shoot any direction and that bullet's going to go back.
Very cool.
His favorite, the flamethrower, all the Zorg oldies but goldies, and their classic net launcher, including the new Ice Cube system.
Well done, Travis. Well done.
So he goes over to Aknot, who is the head, the leader of
the Dogmen.
The Dogmen Mangalores, yeah. And he's like, 4 crates for 4 stones. And he's like, all right, whatever. And he gives him a crate, and he opens it up, and he's like, this crate is empty. And then we cut to Lilo going, and Ian Holm, Father Cornelius is like, what do you mean empty? And then it cuts back, and I love that editing. It's so good. Back to Gary Oldman, empty.
The opposite of full.
The opposite of full. I asked for 4 stones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 crates, 4 stones. You've brought me an empty case. And Aknot, in his defense, says, you asked for a case, not for 4 stones. We brought you a case. And I fucking love that.
Totally, dude.
The comedy in this part is so good.
The thing I like about Zorg is he's actually reasonable.
Yeah, he's not a
well, okay, and Zorg's...
in a matter of speaking.
The thing is, Zorg's motivation in this movie is...
Oh, like, I'll talk about that.
He's literally fucking terrified of the Black Death that is approaching, which has chose to, like, communicate with this fucking, like, super powerful arms dealer in order to, like...
I'll talk about that soon.
Of course, and
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. But, like, he's a reasonable guy. Which I like.
He is.
He knows he's a piece of shit, which I love. And
so you know what?
Fine. Leave him 1 crate.
Leave him 1 crate.
Leave him 1 crate. Give us something for our trouble. Basically, they say. So pack the shit up.
He's like, pack it up. Let's leave.
I'm gonna leave you 1 crate. Well,
yeah, on good faith,
in like a Breaking Bad, Walter White.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna leave you 1 barrel. Okay,
just because.
Because you
don't fuck with me because I'm Heisenberg.
Because I got fucking half plastic Hitler hair.
So he leaves with his other guys, and he's like, you know what I love about certain individuals, especially killers, like a dyed-in-the-wool killer. Anybody would ask about that little yellow button on the bottom of the weapon. And these Mangalores, like, super happy with these fucking crazy weapons that do everything.
Yep.
One of these individuals, they're all standing in the room, happen to be like, "Arr!" and he scratches his head and he hits this yellow button and boom, zoom. They are blown to fucking smithereens.
You piece of shit, Zorg.
Yeah.
You piece of shit, Zorg.
So
you're a piece of shit, Zorg. I know.
We go back to Vito and his apprentice David's apartment, who now have the supreme being Lilu, who's
David, aka Devo
David hat, or David Devo hat, who's putting these fish flake pellets into a bowl, very a la Back to the Future 2, and hits a button on a microwave, and she's like, "Kick on." She goes,
"Rehydrate level 3, please."
"Oh my, you sure know how to rehydrate a pizza.
How you can really rehydrate a pizza.
And she's going through very Matrix style, learning of the past 2,000 years of human history, and she's learning like very Matrix, like karate. She's seeing all this crazy stuff.
No, literally, at one point it stops, and she goes, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, and Ian Holm or Vito Cornelius is like, "Show me." Yeah. But that never happens. So
let me get you a pair of glasses with no legs on them.
So previously, before when Corbin had actually originally dropped Lilu off when she was unconscious, he was trying to recall. He's like, "Oh, there was a man with a limp that came around here a month ago asking for the stones. Ah, God, what was his name?
The Stones.
The Stones." And after flashing back again, because this movie goes a lot of chops, to Zorg, he's like, "Bring me the priest." And another
my favorite scene in this film, other than the demonstration of the weapon. I love that. But
which one?
My favorite scene is the choking on the cherry scene.
Oh my God. The choking on the cherry scene. I had a lot to say about this, but I'll keep it brief for you. This, for me, this scene coming up between Sir Ian Holm and Sir Gary Oldman is it is like one of my top 3 favorite scenes in movies. All of the movies that I've ever watched.
No kidding.
So, yeah, there was a knock on the door, and then Vito Cornelius gets brought to Zorg, and Zorg's like, "Where are the stones? Where are the stones?
Where are the stones?
And
the stones."
And Ian Holm's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know.
He's bullshitting.
So we have this wonderful tete-a-tete between these two incredible actors, and Gary Oldman starts this dialogue off by having a drinking glass on his desk, and he knocks it over and it breaks onto the ground. And as that happens, these tiny little robots come out and start cleaning up this mess and whatnot. But during which he is describing essentially what fuels him and his motives and his ideology, as he's talking about the creation from destruction, that creation cannot happen without destruction. So he breaks this glass and all these robots come out, and he's like, "Look at all these little robots came out. They all got little jobs. They're doing this, they're cleaning up that, they're sweeping, they're doing this, they're doing that, blah, blah, blah. I've created those jobs, and I gave jobs to the engineers, and I gave jobs to the engineers, and now the engineers have jobs, and they can provide for the families, and they can start their own little families and do this and do that, and then the circle of life, voila."
Which is brilliant.
Which is
very,
very,
very true. It's kind of the argument of capitalism versus.
It's funny you should say that.
Anything else. It is. It's like, look, I am wealthy. I am powerful. I create jobs because I am willing to take these risks. And because I am able to do that, all these people that I employ have jobs because I have the pencil factory. Okay, I don't have just a bunch of materials.
His whole monologue is based upon the ideology of creation from destruction. So very like reminiscent to Order from Chaos or Light and Dark. It's a very incredible scene, and that's where he's saying, he's like, I've out of the destruction of this glass, for example, that I just knocked off my desk and now it's broken. Watch all of this unfold, but I've created all that. And then after, this new glass pops up onto his desk, and some water gets thrown into it,
Fruit
and
water,
a cherry, and he pulls up a cherry, eats the cherry, takes a swig of water, and starts the choke.
It's amazing, dude, because then you have the counter argument to exactly what he was just saying.
So this is what I absolutely love about this scene, and how incredible of a writer Luc Besson is, because this whole rebuttal from Vito, from Ian Holmes, is phenomenal. Now, this is based upon an essay that was actually released. This whole thing is derivative from an essay that was released by an 1800s economist called Frederick Basset. And he wrote which, if you've ever studied economics, he wrote the study of that which is seen and which is not seen. And this argument inside of that essay, which is essentially, it's called the parable of the broken window, which, if you've ever studied economics in post-secondary, you learn that this is a classic fallacy of the two. You cannot have creation from destruction, and so on and so forth. So the fact that Frederick Basset was like a French economist in the 1800s who wrote this incredible parable of the broken window, it also known, like I said, the broken window fallacy. It's an incredible way of combining both of these light and dark arguments into a very powerful scene. But the thing I love about the scene, apart from that, is the gravitas that you have between these two incredible actors, both knighted, I must say. One of the first times I've ever seen two knighted individuals for their performances share a scene, is that it's intercut with this amazing comedy. So as you said, when Gary Oldman starts to choke, he starts mashing his desk on this panel,
and everything pops up.
You get a life vest.
You get crystals come up from the desk. You get the little bro.
His
little
wardrobe
elephant,
shoots out.
His little elephant creature. His little cute little elephant creature. Help me! And he's like, "Help me!" No, the elephant. Where's the button for the guy to slap you on the back and let you stop choking?
Right there, and this is where Ian Holm comes in with his rebuttal, saying like, "That's a fallacy. Like, where's are your little robots now? You're choking." Like Gary Oldman, Zorg is like, he's like, help me. And, Vito's taking his time. He's got him on the hook. He's like, yeah, whatever. And he's kind of like, where are your robots now? Where's your industrialistic ideology here to protect you? He's like, where's the engineer that you gave a job to? Where are his kids? And it's funny, Zorg, to see that your empire could come all crashing down by one little cherry. And smacks him in the back. Hook! And out goes the cherry. Zorg's little snuffleupagus is there, and he's like, oh. He's like, get this man out of my sight. And he's like, you saved my life. For that, I'll spare yours. And then he says that, clap for now. And Vito, or Cornelius's response, you are pure evil, Zorg. He goes, I know.
So fucking good. I love you, Travis. That is so good. I literally get like emotional thinking about that scene. Like the depth of it is so amazing, and it's just how significant now. How significant now in 2025 is that as we see the rise of AI and all that shit?
Oh, absolutely, dude. That absolutely. That is one of my top three in my top three of third favorite scenes history of cinema.
It's so fucking good, dude.
You have Robert Shaw's recounting of
the Indianapolis.
Yes. You have Rutger Hauer's soliloquy from Blade Runner of Tears and Rain. Probably one of the greatest
Love
improvised. Probably the greatest.
Is that good? Yeah. Is that completely improvised?
Almost 100% of it is.
Wicked.
Yeah. And you have just this, like I said, the parable of the fallacy of the broken window. It's just
Shakespearean, dude.
It's incredible. And you have these two incredible titans of their craft performing it.
Friggin' kings.
The first time I've ever seen two knighted individuals until years later.
Well,
you
got
have
Christopher Lee versus
Sir Christopher
Ian
Lee
McKellen.
and Sir, yeah, bro, yeah. When did Sour Mountain
the wise abandon reason for madness?
Because I was thinking about, I'm like, I had read a book on economics, and I remember that being a thing, and I'm like, there's no way. And then I did a little bit of background checking, and lo and behold, it's based on the parable of the broken window.
It is such a dude. What an amazing scene.
I didn't mean to hijack it for like
no man,
50
dude.
minutes.
Thank you for hijacking that, because I think that's what a lot of our listeners tune in for. Travis,
it's just a really incredible scene.
No man, it's like
intercut with all this
everybody
comedy.
knows. You know what? Everybody knows it's a great scene, but a lot of people don't realize the significance of that scene. And
kudos to Luc Besson because he's a very talented writer for taking that derivative and adding it into a
we
script.
can take humanity to different places.
Sure.
Where the likes of which we never thought possible. And we have. Look at the 20th century, Travis. We started off on horseback and we wound up flying rocket ships into outer space.
Dude, we went from
literally we're from the cotton gin
we learned from
to rocket engines.
Learning flight to landing on the moon.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, okay. Fine. Within 100 years.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
you
ridiculous.
can look at the entire vast history of humanity, and
it's wild.
There's nothing quite like that.
But you know what else is wild?
But you know what, dude? What else is wild?
Go ahead,
dude.
The ideology of,
you know what? The ideology of you know what? Of Zorg versus the ideology of a priest.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it's just like a lot of the time.
It's kind of like the chicken and the egg, almost.
I like to think of a Lord Byron quote.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah, you're getting deep here.
It's actually not Lord Byron. It's Tom Stoppard who wrote the play Arcadia.
Oh, okay, nice.
And
okay.
it's based. It's about Lord Byron. And it says, "Do not confuse progress with perfectibility."
Mm-hmm.
Literally, just because something is newer and more modern,
yes,
don't lose sight of the fact that we were once crawling around, living in friggin' caves. Yeah. Okay.
I actually had I'm not going to get into it, but we'll talk after.
And you know what? It's our hearts that make us human.
It's very fitting that you should say that. Yeah. Because you know what?
I believe that, Travis.
You know what I thought it was? I thought I was sitting in my giant skyscraper New York apartment, and I had Mr. Kim floating around in his noodle cart.
And then you ordered a bowl of cherries.
So Mr. Kim,
everything went horribly
in his
wrong.
Floating noodle cart arrives.
Next thing you know, I knew the cherry man, and he hated fucking cherries. I don't know why he fucking decided to eat one that day, but
so he
that did him in. That did him in.
So Mr. Kim in his floating little shitbox Shanghai Tohatsu motorboat arrives at Corbin Dallas's window, thousands of feet in the air, and he's sitting there and he's having some dinner, or his lunch, I should say. And they're talking about this and that, and he gets a letter in the mail. And lo and behold, what happens?
He has won.
No, he bets his lunch on. He's like, Mr. Kim, the last time I got 2 letters, it's been bad news. And Mr. Kim's like, well, that's a bad philosophy. And he's like, well, you know what? The first letter I got, like the last 2 letters I got, the first one was from my wife telling me she was leaving. The second one was from my lawyer telling me he was leaving with my wife.
Oh!
And then she's like, well, you got to open this one. And he's like, I don't want to do it. He's like, it could be good.
A charm, bro.
And he's like, I'll bet your lunch. And so he's like, all right. Corbin grabs the letter, passes to him. You were fired So out of the million cab drivers that Zorg fired before, Corbin happened to be one of them.
Zorg owns the cab company.
Yeah, that's why he was.
I thought he was,
one of the smaller companies. Remember?
Well, I like to wet my beak in several different industries.
So he, yeah, he's like, he gets
get yourself an egg roll.
He gets himself a call.
Yourself an egg roll, Clarence.
From one individual. He gets a call from his mother.
Oh my God, his mother. His mother should have been played by Estelle Costanza.
You miserable bastard.
You miserable bastard. You don't call your mother.
How could you not take me on this contest? You know that I've been freezing my ass off on the lunar surface.
Like,
I've been a month for 9 labors. Or labor for 9 months.
What are you talking about, Ma?
He's like, oh, tell me you didn't know that you won the Gemini Croquet contest.
They've been calling your name on the radio for the last 3 hours.
Two tickets for 10 days to Fhloston Paradise. Come on now.
He's like, I know nothing about this. Boom, boom,
you're
boom.
Crazy.
Knock, knock, knock.
And who is it? It's General Monroe, Corporal Iceborg.
Corporal Iceborg.
That's her name, the Olga woman. And,
oh my God,
and some other
Olga.
dude.
Katinka.
Knock on his
Katinka. Shana.
Yes, very much her.
He's at a day spa.
It's
Katinka.
Makes her the deadliest woman with
split you in half with those thighs.
Jesus, she's like 9 feet tall. She's fucking huge.
Dude, wait. To be with her is to enter a garden of earthly delights that most men dare not tread. That unibrow?
Well, everybody, this has been Travis from the Taped Over Podcast, and I am now signing off and never coming back ever again.
Robert, here!
So the military show up, and they're like, hey, Corbin, just because you were a major in the Special Forces...
Yeah, we learned this, because we didn't know that Corbin Dallas was a freaking decorated... combat veteran.
Well, we're finding. I mean, he says it kind of in the beginning, and then if you look closely, like as he's talking to Finger, he's like, "No, I don't do that anymore, Finger." You see all his decorations and all his awards.
Like, out of all the men in your unit, you're the most decorated. Out of all the men in your unit, you are the most trained to operate weaponry and spacecraft involved.
And he's got
and out of all the men in your unit, you are the only one who is still alive.
So they're in there being like, well, hey, look at this. It looks like you happen to win 2 tickets to the Gemini Croquet contest, and you're going to Fhloston Paradise. He's like, you rigged the contest. And he's like, we've got a mission for you. And he's like, oh, what mission? Save the world. He's like, no. And then Monroe's like, well, yes, General or Corporal Iceborg or whatever her name is. It is Iceborg, but it's like whatever her rank is.
Iceborg,
whatever her rank
the amazing
is.
Helga.
Like, she will, Helga will accompany you.
From the early 2000s American Gladiators hosted by Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
The amazing Helga. Let me tell you, brother.
She will accompany you as your wife. And Corbin's like, I am not going.
I'm not going.
And then
unless
Monroe kind of looks and he's like, looks at Helga and he's like, looks at him. Why not?
Yeah,
and
why
then,
not? Who would want to be with this? And who is it?
Corbin goes to the door and looks through the little viewfinder, and it's
Lilu. Oh my God.
And he turns around and he's like, holy shit.
Comes up with an amazing story.
It's my wife. And he's like, you remarried? He's like, no, I'm gonna marry her, but
I love this
she
girl.
hates the military, knows that the military ruined my last marriage. You guys gotta hide. You guys just gotta...
Where the fuck are we gonna hide, dude? It's one door.
Major, we would love to help you out, but there's only one.
So he opens up his freezer. He starts ripping the shelves out. He's got his fucking,
my favorite part of the
He's got one shepherd's pie in there. Like one shepherd's pie in there.
He rips the shelves out, stuffs. He's like, Major, we don't have time for this.
Get in. I can't believe they all fit in there.
He's like, okay, Major, we're not all going to fit. He's like, oh, trust me, you'll fit. And he slams them there, and then they're in the freezer. And he opens the door. Lilu with the very lovely, cute little wave. Hello.
It's a setup.
And Cornelius runs around the corner with a gun, and he's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Dallas, we're going to have to take your
fucking tickets.
Take your tickets, because we heard you won the contest. And he's like, what the fuck is happening?
No, I'm not giving you my tickets.
And then all of a sudden...
Smash him with his, military statue.
There we begin. The police are now in the building.
The police are on the way. The police are on the way.
The police are on the way, and they are searching and everything. And he's like, holy shit, you guys got to hide. So he throws Vito in a bed, throws Lilu in the shower, and the shower goes up. The bed
Why
gets
didn't he
wrapped.
throw the general in the bed?
There was 3 of them, Robert.
Well, they could have lined up like sardines.
Cops come in, and they're like, thinking that Corbin is actually Corbin, because lo and behold, he's been the police have been hired by Zorg after they tipped him off for selling uranium. They're all there, and they actually had put Corbin Dallas's little business card on the door beside his apartment.
Crazy fucking next door neighbor. It looks like a guy from the Judge Dredd movie.
But it wasn't the crazy, like, give me the cash guy. It wasn't
No. It was a much crazier looking guy.
Smoke you.
Yeah.
So they end up taking
He's
him.
smoking some slow-mo before they fucking knock on the door.
Thinking they have Corbin in tow, the police go down to the
Corbin's
lobby.
living in fucking peach trees.
Oh yeah, I'm a meat popsicle. No, yeah. And they take him down, and the police are like, yeah, we got him. Thanks for the tip. And Zorg's henchman's like, all right, I'll take his tip, or I'll take his seats, and I'll be in Fhloston Paradise in 4 hours.
Anyway, so this kind of all dissolves, and Corbin opens the fucking freezer, and they're dead. I'm sorry, but they are frozen to death.
After he rescues Lilu from the auto wash in the shower, and Vito from the saran wrap bed.
Yes,
Vito knocks him out, and
with his fucking like
Bruce Willis is
award
like,
of valor
falls over.
He does,
and then he's like, you know what? I'll take the mission.
Yeah,
then he
opens up the fucking freezer. They're frozen to death.
They are popsicles.
I'm sorry, but let's bring them all back, because they do.
They come back. I love they bring Byron James back.
In the 23rd century. You can
Robert, are you ready? Because we're heading to the airport.
Oh, you know I'm ready, baby.
Not yet. So we have this crazy scene where like everyone's trying to arrive.
There's three different couples trying to pose as Corbin Dallas.
So the Mangalores, having killed the cops that arrested who they thought was Corbin Dallas and taking his identification, Zorg's henchmen, you have David and Vito Cornelius and Lilu, who are using David as Corbin Dallas.
Dude, they're all
Corbin Dallas all arriving.
Dude, they're all looking like fucking cast members from like the movie Go. Yes. Or the movie like mixed with Blade. Like it's Blade and Go mixed together. They're looking like tech lords.
It's so good. And like
but the Mangalores, they're like sugar water multi-pass. Sugar, they're Corbin Dallas. I'm really trying not to retransform into my dog head.
So David arrives with Lilu and Vito and Cornelius, and they're like, David's gonna take it. Let's go. So they go up to the counter to cash in their tickets and jump board this plane. And then obviously he's like, okay, and right then real Corbin Dallas, Mr. Bruce Willis,
shows up in the sickest jacket you've ever seen, dude.
So sick. I love it. It is
like lightweight, like shoulder pad.
It's like a bomber jacket.
Dude, it's like a bomber, like fucking like.
It's just awesome.
Dude, you have to be in shape to wear this jacket.
And then,
but it's so fucking cool.
And then he's like, yeah, no, this David here is just leaving. I sent him ahead to get my ticket.
Him ahead to take my wife.
Multi-pass. He knows it's a multi-pass.
He knows it's a multi-pass.
So they board the plane.
Really know. I'm going to marry, you know how it goes. I met her like 2 weeks ago, but we're getting married.
You know, sparks fly, we fell in love. You know? So they board the plane, and then 2 seconds later, Zorg's henchman arrives.
And they're like, sugar water.
No. Zorg's henchman, not the Mangalores. He arrives and he's like, yeah, Corbin Dallas. And they're like, yeah, no.
No. And the babe at like check-in.
Oh, she's so
good. Dude, they're so hot.
Clara
the hottest babe, dude, the hottest babe in this movie, though, is Zorg's secretary. Oh, dude.
Yes.
Even hotter than Lilu.
That is Clara De Palma, and she is not in any other movie.
She's not in any other movie ever. After that, she married
very peculiar looking now.
She married some fashion oil and railroad tycoon.
Yes, 100%.
Lived her life in the lap of luxury.
So then the Mangalores show up, try to pose as Corbin Dallas, and that doesn't work.
Sugar water.
Vito Cornelius sends Corbin Dallas to, or not Corbin Dallas, sends David to go to the temple and create the activation stones, and he stows away on the shuttle. And baby, we are off to Fhloston
Paradise. Quick
And-
swerve, though.
Okay.
One thing, Travis, I want to say at the airport, there was a scene where our priest, Mr. Ian Holm.
Are you going to say, do you want some more?
You want some more?
That's one of my favorite
He's
scenes.
sitting.
Okay.
He's sitting.
I was just for time's sake, I was going to skip that part.
I
Thank you.
just want to make note of this, okay? As a
This
former,
is the greatest
as a
robot
former
bartender ever.
as a former career bartender, okay? As a former 11-year bartender.
It's a block
as
with a tie.
Yes, that's it. That's your block of the tie. Yeah, you really put asses in the seats. But at an airport, they're going to sit and drink regardless. He goes, his only answer is, you want some more? I was fascinated by the fact that it is the 23rd century. It is 2418 or whatever the fuck.
2263.
2260, whatever, dude. And he goes, you want some more? And he pulls out, literally, if tape heads, if you have ever worked in a restaurant, tape heads, if you've ever worked in a restaurant before, behind the bar, there is a gun with multiple buttons on it, and the buttons correspond to different soda pops. And
it looks like apple cider.
If you work at some bars have a gun that liquor comes out of. But this was clearly a soda gun with the same exact,
you don't know what they're drinking
like
in the
stainless
23rd century, bro.
Stainless steel, like ratcheted, like silver lining across the hoses, and it's exact, dude. It is a vintage 2008 soda gun. And he goes, "You want some more?" And he presses the button once.
So
he pumps a little tonic water into his fucking.
And while Vito's there drinking,
so I don't
David
understand.
pops up.
I don't understand how in this future, this incredible future, where Jean-Paul Gaultier is just got people dressing in leopard and amazing jackets, and there's cone-shaped hair and flying cars. They have not made one single advancement in the bar pop gun.
Not at all.
Even though they have a robot bartender at this point.
Oh, 100%.
You want some more?
You want some more?
You want some more? El lindo, man.
And even if you hear, because when David runs up and then
there's
like
nothing.
But in the background, like when the camera faces the two of them, you can still hear the robot going, "You want some more?
You want some more? I'm gonna pour you another half-ounce tonic water here." It's got like a splash of nasty bathtub gin in there.
So the shuttle takes off, and we have a quick little moment between Lilu and Corbin, which is really crucial to this story, because Corbin's all like, "Hey, you have to stick close to me. I want to protect you." And she's like, "No, me, supreme being, I protect you." And their love has been blossoming this entire time. But the movie, this is one thing I will say about this movie, that they don't really focus a lot on the budding relationship.
Yes, it's kind of it's I
kind
love
of
you,
pressed.
Lilu. Why?
Yes, because she's
You've
hot.
known her for 2 days and she's fucking
She's
good.
hot. Yeah.
She's
I mean, come on. She's the perfect
so
being.
hot.
So they get into the shuttle. They're in their sleeping pods, and they
crotchless fucking
arrive
white.
in Fhloston Paradise, where we have the introduction of Mr. Chris Tucker, Rush Hour, Smokey from Friday, Ruby Rod.
What you want to say, Corbin, darling? Here, Fhloston Paradise, baby.
Unbelievable.
So talented.
Unbelievable.
He's so talented.
So talented, so sexy. We have
He's
this
rocking.
crazy
He's rocking like a women's
dude,
friggin' like open chested cape without a cape. It's got the cape like holders on it.
Ruby
leopard,
Rod.
full leopard. He's got a stick microphone like fucking Freddie Mercury.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yes,
And Ruby Rod is the
Bzzz.
Yeah, bzzz. He is. I mean, Chris Tucker. He steals this. The next 20 minutes of this.
Chris
movie.
Tucker had some apprehensions about playing this role, but I gotta tell you, man,
Jean-Paul Gaultier was all like, "Oh, you look good in this," and Chris Tucker's like, "No, I don't think."
No, man, I look gay, man.
And yeah, but you know what? Without his energy and his ability to do this role, my God, I think the movie would have floundered a little bit. And a lot of people, this is a point
They
in
look
the
at
movie,
him like a Jar Jar type character.
Yeah, and in this point in the movie, a lot of people look at the movie as like Chris Tucker either ruins it or elevates it.
Is he Kate Capshaw?
No, he's Smoke It!
Is it Kate Capshaw?
Yes.
From Temple of Doom?
Oh,
Spielberg's like, Indy!
oh my god.
No, he's not quite that bad because she exists
He is
throughout that entire
incredible.
film. And he exists in select moments. He really, like, this is like the...
He has so much fun with this movie,
Dude,
man.
he is
He makes
magnetic,
this.
dude. He is so entertaining.
You know what
He's
he
so
is? He's
funny.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I've got that clip, don't worry.
Dude, so good, dude.
So Corbin and Lilu and Mr. Ruby Rod kind of get together while Corbin's ushered off to, do this talk show because he's the winner of the Gemini Crockett contest.
I'm not very good.
Lilu kind of goes to I'm thrilled. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm very
Lilu goes off to do her own thing while Corbin gets sent to the room because they're here to retrieve the stones from Diva Plava Laguna.
The stones.
Yes, the stone.
Stone.
So they attend the wonderful opera of one Diva Plava Laguna, in this movie portrayed by Luc Besson's current wife at the time, May Wen. However, during production, Luc Besson divorced her and actually married Mila Jovovich.
I knew it. I'm like, oh my god, I had no idea.
So-
and I'm like, is Travis gonna say the name Mila Jovovich right now?
Really quickly, Luc Besson married May Wen, his first wife, when she was 16.
Oh yeah, that's real normal.
Well, remember, this is France. They're fucked.
Oh yeah,
and,
France. He smokes cigarettes. When you're like
I mean,
six.
don't get me wrong. Luc Besson has done some incredible movies, and May Wen, the actress that actually is the physical Plava Laguna that you see in this movie was his wife, and he actually wrote La Femme Nikita after her. Yeah. And the only reason, for instance, Gary Oldman is in this movie after having worked with Luc Besson on Leon the Professional was because he owed him a favor because Luc Besson actually helped finance one of Gary Oldman's films.
This is my impression of.
It's
Luc,
really fucked up.
This is my impression of Luc Besson talking to his wife about what happened.
Let's
on the
hope
set.
they wrapped
He
her
goes-
shooting
No,
after
he
he
goes,
divorced her before he
because
divorced
just look at it from my point of view. I was horny.
He's like, you know what?
I dressed her in like
Mawen,
the best like spandex.
When all your scenes are shot, now I can divorce you. You're now 23. Mia Jovovich is only 21.
She's like this one, you are younger, when I first met you, and
So,
your
really
singing
fucking
is fantastic,
whack.
but
And you know what? Yeah. What Invamula, the
What an amazing
Algerian opera singer, originally did this, and when Eric Serra originally approached her and be like, "This is what I want you to sing," she's like, "These notes aren't humanly possible." He's like, "I know, you're supposed to be an alien." So they actually isolated a lot of different cuts from her singing, like notes, and then they stitched them together so it sounds like that. 'Cause
it sounds otherworldly.
And that's what gives it so much like oomph to this. Yeah, but
You know what? I bet if Monica Bellucci had played the Blue Girl, he wouldn't have divorced her.
oh, he's been married like 4 times, so
So even
Whatever.
a solid gold,
doesn't matter.
even a platinum.
So
Gets old
they're
after a while.
at Mr. Ruby Rod and Corbin Dallas are at the opera, witnessing this beautiful setting because the Fhloston Paradise luxury hotel cruise ship lies above the planet, and we have this incredible performance of
Very cool. Very
Just
iconic.
awesome.
Very iconic of this film.
wicked
She's
awesome
like a
song.
7-foot tall blue alien, but incredibly beautiful in an otherworldly way.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really takes you into the, kind of. You lose
Takes
yourself.
you into the world.
Almost suspend
World
your,
building again.
Suspend your disbelief. You really feel like you're in that world.
And you know what? I love how you said suspend your disbelief, because she was hidden, like the character
Underneath a cloak.
Well, yes, and the cast and whatnot, like Bruce and everybody, nobody had seen what she looks like. So during this scene,
So like Lex Luger's debut on Monday Nitro.
when the camera is focused on Bruce Willis and she's like reveals her getup and starts singing, that reaction is genuine.
Really? So
Nobody saw it, and Luc Besson even made this opera because it was filmed in an old London opera house, but jazzed up, obviously. He kind of made it like a production, like it was going to be a show.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I really like that. I think that's like kind of like old school. This singer is such a star that
Diva Plava Laguna,
you are
man.
so fortunate to see her, because nobody gets to see her ever. She only comes out at select times when she sings. And if you're gonna drop the friggin' 10 grand per ticket to sit down and see her, then
you're going to Fhloston
you are-
Paradise.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, and it's so awesome and
Amazing performance.
a beautiful song. It's Dolce Il Suono.
Oh, it's an actual real song.
Well, it's based off. No, so that was written by Eric Serra, but the other one's based off of an Italian or an Algerian.
It's like
opera.
I don't know, dude. To me, it's like operatic James Brown. It's like, hey! It's like, is that a lyric? Is that a lyric?
Yeah.
No,
But during
wait, one more. Or hang on, one more. It's like Little Richard going. This is 12-bar woo. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Woo!
No, it's more like let your soul glow.
Oh, soul glow, baby.
Soul glow, baby.
Anyway, sorry, Trav.
No,
Please go on.
problem. So during the opera, we find out that Mangalores have invaded the hotel.
There was a firefight.
And they're like, it's showtime. So they go
Bro, I didn't
to
know
the
Beetlejuice
room.
was there. Okay, I had no idea.
They go to the room where the diva's room to retrieve these stones, because they're all like, well, Zorg, fucked us. So if he wants these stones, he's gonna have to pay triple, right? And this is just like a crazy element. There's essentially 5 elements going on in this.
This is
scene.
like the 7th element.
Well,
We are the 6th.
Well, we are the 6th. That's true. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for reminding me. But anyways, so the Mangalores kind of like ambush this hotel, and during which Mila Jovovich is there because she also knows that the diva has the stones, and she overheard them saying, "Oh, after the concert, I'll give you the stones." So she goes to the diva's room. She starts beating the crap out of all of these Mangalores.
Because she learned Kung Fu.
Yeah, like Keanu Reeves. And also during which we find out that Mr. Vito Cornelius has become a stowaway on the ship.
In the landing gear?
In the landing gear, yeah.
We all know that you can hang out there.
Boglin. Of course you can.
I mean, you normally die, but...
Well, I mean, you're going to die if
He's
you get
got the strength of God in him, though.
The Rastas are coming in to burn you and all the Boglin toys. But yeah, so Zorg arrives on the hotel.
With his wicked gun.
Because he's like, I got to get these fucking stones. I got burned in the past.
You want something done right? You got to do it yourself.
Stupid case. And we get... This movie takes a turn on its head because we have classic Bruce Willis action.
Oh, yes.
So Bruce is popping people left, right, and center, but he's in the front row with Ruby Rod, and the diva takes a hit.
Oh,
And,
she gets
popped. She gets
Oh,
popped
my
right
God.
quick.
I got my wing clipped.
Yeah, like we were saying, Lilu's in the other room beating the crap out of God knows, like everybody. She is literally. And Zorg walks around the corner and he's like, "Well, thank you, little lady. I couldn't have done a better job myself." And he's like, "Now give me the stones."
Now give me.
Yeah, you do it. You do it.
And fucking Joe Rogan comes up and he goes, "She got tagged."
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh shit." So she starts flipping around. He starts opening fire. She flips into a vent and he starts blasting the hell out of it, unfortunately wounding Lilo. And oh my God, we flash back to the opera hall where Corbin, meme, Corbin, Corbin, there's one in the front row. Help me. Oh my God. Corbin, there's one coming. Oh shit, Corbin, there's 3 coming.
It's very like Rush Hour 2, the fight in the casino.
It's so. Oh.
I really think of Chris Tucker up on that crap
I'm going to tell you
table
right now,
with the
Robert,
rake.
the only thing I ever want to do in my life is to go into a Chinese massage parlor and just be like, "Who all are y'all? No Ricky Tan."
No, he goes, there's one point where Chris Tucker looks over at Corbin Dallas and he goes, "Corbin, why didn't you tell me this man rolls like this?"
And he's like, "You know what? Even in this universe,
I did. I said,
follow the rich white man."
I said, I said, I said, boom.
No one said, boom. Yeah. I love Snoopy. That's all right.
I thought you
love
said
Snoopy
she
too.
was the bomb. She was the bomb?
She was the bomb? Yeah. So this is where it gets to this epic action battle. And my God, this is yippee-ki-yay, my friend. Bruce Willis in his finest.
This is yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
And he's popping everybody. He's throwing timed bombs up on the ceiling. You got Ruby just screaming. Chris Tucker just sells this. 1, 2, 3.
He fucking like. There's one point where he's like, dude, like Ruby Rod, Chris Tucker's like laying down on the floor, and then like fucking Bruce Willis like shoots a fucking perfect circle, like the fucking Italian Job.
Yes.
And fucking drops him from the roof.
Corbin runs around the corner and he pops like 40 guys, and then all of a sudden he sees this like turret and he's like, "Okay." He's just right.
And get behind him, and then what?
Yeah. It's just so good.
And then what do the dog men say? Send someone out.
Oh yeah.
To negotiate.
So they finally, after battling their way through the lobby there, they reach. He's like, "We gotta reach the control room." And he meets up with Lee Evans, Mr. Something About Mary.
Of course. I love her, man.
Mr. playing a gentleman named Fogg in this movie. He's the head of security wearing this cute little sailor's outfit.
Okay, so recast real quick. How about Rob Schneider in this role?
Perfect. And he's like, "Oh," "This is the control room." And Corbin's sitting there talking to Fogg, who's clearly over his head. And Corbin's all like, "Hey, you mind if I take a look around the corner?" And he's like, 3-second glance. He's like, 7 on the left, 5 on the right. And then he's like, "Hold on a sec." Pops around the corner, pop. He's like, 4 on the left, 2 on the right.
Dude,
he's just like, damn, this guy's bad.
Full John McClane. He's also the reason that you're dealing with only 10 terrorists and not 16.
They're for my wife, these Twinkies. Right?
Maybe not one of ours, but he's definitely a badge.
I'm Agent White. Or Johnson. This is Agent Black.
The way you drive, I figure for the street. Welcome to the party, pal.
Come out to the coast, they said. We'll have a few laughs.
Oh my God.
Then,
so he's like, wait. So there's a bit here. They're hiding behind the wall. Okay. They're hiding behind the wall. And there's the Mangalores, the dog men.
This is Act Nit, not Act Not.
They have the priest. They got the priest.
No, they don't. No, the priest is on the other side.
Aren't they fucking, who do they have a gun to their head?
It's just some random.
Oh, some random dude?
Yeah, some rando.
Man. Anyway. Well, that sucks.
No, you're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Bilbo Baggins.
It's Bill.
They have a gun to.
I'm so sorry. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely
Lord
right.
Bilbo Baggins, Esquire, Lord of Bag End, They have a fucking gun.
Underhill, Mr. Underhill.
Yeah, you draw far too much attention to yourself, Mr. Underhill. That's Frodo Baggins.
Oh.
Trace removed on my mother's
But,
side.
you know, so keep going.
Okay.
Because, you know, Bilbo's all like, why shouldn't I keep it? Yeah. All right, keep going. Keep going.
All right, so, yeah, they're hiding behind the wall.
So energetic.
Yeah, and the Mangalores go, send someone to negotiate. And it's like, you kind of feel bad for these Mangalores, these dogman dudes. Send someone to negotiate. Like, you know, they're putting up the white flag. They're like, look, let's figure this out.
Well, you're right. They're like, let's negotiate.
And they had no
Who are you
idea.
gonna send to
You sent
negotiate?
John fucking McClane out.
Space McLean.
Boom. With like, you know, I set my gun to a single semi-automatic mode. Not. No, he just boom.
Walks around the corner.
Right between
dead
the.
shot.
He's like, no, you know what? You aim for the fucking leader. That's what you do. Oh, that's the leader right
Yep.
there. So he steps out, bam, right between the eyes.
And that's the end of the Mangalore.
And he goes,
essentially.
anyone else want to negotiate?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I don't think so.
So right before this, I'm sorry, tapeheads, we skipped ahead a little bit, but after they were in the opera hall, Corbin ends up retrieving the stones from inside Diva Plava-Laguna's body. And as she's dying, she's like, the stones are in me. But
You see,
she's also
he lives in you.
Thank you, Rafiki. But as she's dying and telling him this, that she's also saying like Lilu's like she's this badass like weapon, but she's so fragile and she needs your love. And he's like,
Very
okay,
sweet,
okay, lady,
dude.
okay.
She needs you to protect her.
Yeah, right. And like he's like,
The classic, you know, boy girl.
yeah,
You know it is.
boy meets universe.
You know, man. You know, and I can speak to this, man. It's like, you
Sure,
know,
of course.
my wife is tough as nails. All right, she's an ass kicker.
Well, she'll
But
beat
at
your
the
ass.
end of the day, she will,
I know she will.
and she'll fight dirty.
I
She's
actually
fucking-
told her to.
Oh my god.
Well, she is
She's
Australian.
a fucking angry, filthy Australian.
Wow.
You want to fucking go, mate?
You know what? Shout out to all our Australian listeners out
However,
there.
under her brash exterior, she's a very
Everyone,
sweet
yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
And you know what? You got to protect her.
We'll get to
Got to
what we
protect
should
her.
do. So Corbin,
Corbin fucking
after blasting away
after
the fucking,
blowing this fucking guy's
this
brains at the
fucking-
back of his skull.
he rescues Vito Cornelius, takes him in tow with Ruby.
And digs the fucking stones out of the blue thing.
Well, yeah, he's done that, and he goes and he's like, oh shit, and he finds that Lilu's in the diva's room where she's laying wounded in the vents after Zorg blasted
And
up.
she's going,
So it's important to note that Zorg, having left with another case, having left the hotel in his spacecraft, this is one of my favorite
So
lines
good,
because
dude.
he's like,
It's funny as he opens up the
they're
box.
not here.
He opens up the box and it's got like a gold reflection, like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Or some shit. It's like the fucking soul of Marcellus
Being-
Wallace.
Why would you not check the box before you got into your spaceship and fucking left? So he turns around and comes back to the spaceship because before he left
Smoked a bunch of fucking dogmen.
and he left a little time device clicking and ticking away
This party's over in 10 minutes.
in 10 minutes. So Corbin retrieves a wounded Lilo from the vents, and this is one of the best. Ruby and Vito are sitting there, and the door kind of plops open, and there's a beep, beep, a timer clicking down, and I love Ian Holm in this. He's like, it's a and Ruby's like, no. It's not a bomb. It's not a bomb. If there was a bomb, there would be a notice or an alert or something. And then, beep, there was a bomb on board the hotel. He's like,
Oh my
oh no. So Zorg arrives while their returns, I should say, coming back to the room looking for the stones. Corbin and crew and company
The
have already
Stones.
left. And then they happen to find his spaceship.
Yeah, it's like
Jackpot.
jackpot. It's already fueled up and ready to go. And by the way, I, Corbin Dallas, the most decorated member of my
Wait,
special
he's qualified to
forces.
fly all the time?
I'm a space fighter. I'm a cab driver now, not a space fighter. It's like fucking Zoolander. It's like, for God's sakes, Derek, I'm a coal miner, not a professional television and film actor.
You've been down there one day, talked to me in 30 years. So as they're actually leaving on Zorg's spacecraft, Zorg's returned to the Diva's room, shuts off his own bomb, and realizes there's nothing to be found. However,
the carcasses of the
in
dog
his absence,
in a predator-like move,
a giant explosive device appears out of the dogmen, and all you see is this one saying, "For the honor," and boom.
and fucking, what does he say? I'm like, short of like
He's like-
The Rock, he's like, we're fucked.
Yeah, he's like,
He's like, oh.
no, he says, "Oh no."
He says, "Oh no,"
Yeah.
and he knows. He's just
He
like,
knows.
"Yeah,
He-
I'm."
Yeah, I
getting
mean,
blown away."
it's poetic justice for him.
The
at
only
this
thing
point.
that is missing. I really kind of wish that the fucking dog, the bulldog alien, had been like,
Okay, God. And then Zorg would be like, you know,
"Come on, do it, kill me, I'm
you
here."
are one ugly,
You ugly motherfucker.
So fleeing the exploding luxury hotel of Fhloston
Much like the
Paradise,
Millennium Falcon evading the
Sure.
second Death
very
Star
much so. Yeah, yes.
in fucking Return of the
Return
Jedi.
of the Jedi, yeah,
when
yeah.
Lando is piloting it. Not a scratch, but he took the fucking satellite dish off.
So Vito had sent his apprentice David to a temple to activate these stones. So they're en route there, and Lilu, very wounded, is kind of trying to recover. Goes back to watching, like history.
Oh yeah,
of
she decides
humans.
to watch the history of the
And she-
Third Reich.
She gets to the letter W. I'm sorry, but you know what? If you look at the alphabet, W is very, very far down the line. There are a lot of atrocities that
Well, there's
happen
only X, Y, Z
way-
after that. What is xenophobic next? And
Xenomorphs.
and,
We ended up fighting them in 2120.
yes, we did.
Fucking Bill Paxton will
And
tell you
let's
that
not
shit.
forget about the Zagnites. and
So
the-
yeah, she discovers war and humanity's history over the past 2,000 years of violence and just these heinous atrocities towards one another. And like I said,
and she cries.
She cries.
And
And that brings us to Act 3, baby.
man, Act 3.
Man, Act 3 is intense.
That's-
As the great evil rapidly approaches, the group arrive at the Egyptian temple, where David has prepared the element's activation circle. Placing a dying Lilu in the center, Corbin, Vito, David, and Ruby activate the four elemental stones surrounding her. Embracing Lilu, Corbin expresses his love and kisses her, unleashing the final element. Her power activates, combining the five elements into a divine light that strikes the great evil, turning it into a new moon. Back in New York, Corbin and Lilu passionately share a healing tank after saving the world. Oh, man. So the great evil, it's closing in on Earth, man. We're getting down and dirty. The time is ticking out, man.
And we got little
It's
bitch.
ticking.
We got little bitch there
It's
setting
ticking.
up the stones.
And Devo David is
David setting
he's
up the
like,
stones.
when a problem comes along, you must
Whip it. You
whip
must
it.
stone it.
So
You must blow on it.
the great evil is moments away
The nothing.
from the nothing. Yeah. Fuck, the
The
nothing.
dark
is minutes and minutes away from destroying.
Well, how big is
Earth.
it? It's the size of Kansas, sir. Or the size of Texas. It's the size of Texas.
I mean, it's big.
It's a lot bigger than Kansas.
So,
I think it's the size of Texas.
We are back at the temple that Pear Bear, Luke Perry, and his archaeologist buddy I don't know what happened there.
Aziz is still alive.
Aziz is still there with the light. He's like, no one told me to bring it up again. So he's now 700 years old.
Yeah, Luke Perry's cadaver wakes up for a second and goes, "Don't let my son become a wrestler."
Yeah. Change your zip code. It's not worth it.
Brenda, I love you.
Sorry for ruining your life, Brenda.
Brenda, Kelly, I'm sorry. I just want to be the rich kid who surfs.
And so Corbin, Vito,
Ruby Rod,
and David put the 4 elemental stones on these pedestals and place Lilu around it as her being the final element.
And they're like, "Whoa!"
They're like,
I thought the shit was just supposed to start.
yeah, and they're like, hey, Bilbo,
What the fuck are we supposed to do? And he's like,
what up, man?
He's got a good line. He says, what does he say?
He's like, well, what do we do now?
Realistically or something? I have no idea.
Yeah, he's like, and he's drawing a blank. So they're all like, oh shit, you know what? Like, no, we gotta go. We have to activate the stones.
So little do we know that the little bitch, Devo David, puts his hands.
Solves it all. He's
in
the true.
charge.
He's the true hero of this movie.
He really is because
Fuck you, Corbin.
Dude, he actually,
Fuck you, Corbin.
Dumb luck. It's like when Homer Simpson prevents the meltdown and does eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's about the same amount of intellect.
He puts his hands on the pedestal and he's like,
and he goes, "We're never gonna make it."
And that sigh
Fire
activates,
burns, wind blows, and that's it. She only says,
"I am fuck, man." Mila Jovovich's performance here,
fantastic,
it's
dude,
so good,
amazing. But
all
it's like,
throughout this movie.
Did you ever know?
Awesome.
Did you notice? It's like
Makes me feel bad about walking out on Resident Evil.
Wind blows, fire burns. And then what do you say? Water flows, earth grows.
Yeah,
I guess
water's wet.
Well, we'll drop some sand on the earth one. It's like, that's not earth, though. You couldn't grow shit out of that. This is sand.
Well, it's of the earth. It's
I know. Maximus Decimus Meridius. Okay.
Very Maximus. Another reference to that. They're going green, baby. Yes. Going green.
At my signal, unleash hell.
So each person, Ruby unfortunately gets the fire, but Cornelius ends up with the water elemental stone.
he
and he takes the sweat off of his brow, puts it down. David had already activated the wind by sighing because he was just like a wuss.
Well, he started it up, and then Corbin blows a nice little.
Oh, right. And then Corbin picks up the dirt, drops it on, and
boom! Instantly, bam! It's
we
gone.
are left with Corbin.
I got no fire. I got no matches. I got no fire. I got no matches.
Had I known what I mean matches, I wouldn't quit smoking. But so
I love matches are still a thing,
and this is the thing.
The 23rd century,
in the very beginning of the movie,
you see him light his
Corbin
half butt.
He
lights his fucking
2 matches left. He lit one.
He lit his
and he's
4-inch fucking filter half butt.
Hell yeah,
which
baby!
Stunk like hell. We all know that.
And he's left with one
match, which he randomly puts in his pocket. One match left. It's like,
and he lights it in the most ridiculous way.
The most ridiculous and insane.
If you've ever lit in like those strike matches, you don't light it that way.
No,
but for cinematic,
he holds it up.
Suspense.
Like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna protect it all, and it literally almost goes out.
Yeah, you turn it upside down.
I hate saying literally because I say it way too much. But it literally,
it
almost goes out.
It literally does,
and then
almost,
and then it pipes back up again,
and
then he just like
drops,
and he just like a quick swipe. Like
and
what, dude? The balls in this fucking guy.
Fuck,
I gotta tell you, the balls in this fucking guy. All right,
I mean, it's Corbin Dallas.
It's Bruce, Planet Hollywood, jackets on, baby.
After the 4 elemental stones surrounding Lilu have ignited. And their elements are shining. They're like, what the hell? What's going on? My God. Corbin runs to a dying Lilu and
holds her in his arms.
And she's like, And we got Bilbo, Mr. Ian Holm, Vito Cornelius saying, Tell her, Corbin.
And this is the point in the film at its very, very
Best.
crescendo where we learn that the fifth element
Conquer
is
all.
love.
Telling,
I get emotional, dude.
telling Lilu that he loves her
Because I love
with an
you.
amazing kiss. She regains that ability, and out of her chest, the four elements use her as a conduit and shoots this incredible divine light
Energy
into the
beam.
heavens.
It's like Shang Tsung
It's-
getting
yeah.
killed at the end of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's like something out of Power Rangers. It strikes this this seconds away evil sphere where you got Debo as the President Debo there, just like, oh
dude,
my God, we're all
the
gonna
best.
die.
And I say it again. I said it at the start of this podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Say it again, man. It's literally like 3, 2, 1, and you see Debo.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so good.
I don't know how many takes they did of that.
Just one.
Just one. I like to think that it's.
Do you
just
know
one.
that Gary Oldman literally only did 1 week of shooting in this entire movie?
Of course he did, because he's the best actor ever.
But anyways, the great evil is stopped dead in its tracks and solidifies just miles outside of Earth, and it becomes a secondary moon, and our illustrious heroes are flown back to New York,
And then we get this James Bond style ending.
we get a freeze frame. I could have done without. That's one critique maybe I have about.
I
this
can't remember
movie.
which movie it is. I don't know. If
It was
Is
terrible.
it Thunderball at the end where they're towing the boat? And
You know
he's-
what?
and
I
he's
can tell you-
banging-
I
and
can
he's
tell you
banging the
it's-
girl, or is it?
I can tell you it's not GoldenEye because Eric Serra, the guy who did the music for this, also did the music for GoldenEye.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so I mean, there's oh god, what a beautiful movie.
Dude, incredible film, man.
I there was so much more that I wanted to discuss, but like
There's
I could
so
go on
many
for
more
days.
like diehard random references I wanted to say.
Oh
tape
my
heads.
god! But you know what? It's a great, phenomenal movie. That is the end of The Fifth Element.
It's an incredible film, Travis. And you know
It's-
what, man? Like
I love it, dude. I can't get
Dude,
enough
and
of
thank
it.
you, because we talked about it for a while, and what a perfect movie for us to do on this podcast.
It's you know what, tapeheads, and that is it. It is a perfect movie for me, at least in terms of like the editing, the flow of the story. It's got an amazing cast and crew. The writing is incredible, and the world building is so good. So those are 5 elements right there that you should check out The Fifth Element for alone.
And if you're like, dude, if you're a millennial like we are,
Yeah, baby.
like, dude, it's kind of one of those movies that you can kind of forget about occasionally. You know, it's just like, yeah, The Fifth Element. Yeah, oh yeah, we all know it. But it's like literally go back and see it, because I'm telling you, I said it earlier and I believe it. The older I get, the more I really, really appreciate this movie. I remember when it came out, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it because it's not your like cookie cutter Bruce Willis action film. It's much deeper, and it's almost
it's
hard.
so much.
You don't appreciate a lot of the things that this movie brings until you've been watching movies for about 30 or 40 years.
Yeah,
Literally.
100%. Well
Yeah.
said, man. Like,
Yeah,
and,
man.
and if you're kind of like me,
It's so cool. It's
Uh,
so cool.
yeah, and if you kind of really enjoy the craft of filmmaking and whatnot as much as I do, it's another just a perfect example of a perfect movie. Like it's just everything about it.
It's
like,
a great.
everything about it is great.
It's a great film.
Highly
please-
recommend.
Highly recommend. Please check it out. And if you've seen it and you haven't seen it in a few years,
Watch it again.
watch it again, dude. Watch it again, tape heads.
Yeah, buddy. Well, you know what, Robert? I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's that, Travis?
How do you feel about President Debo's democratically governmental stance regarding the annexation of the Mangalore Empire from the Federated Territories after the recent conflict with the Federated Army?
Well, President Tebow. You know, you'll never get him out of Montana.
Well, okay, I got another one. You ever think you'll get Corbin Dallas out of the taxi business?
Corbin Dallas?
Yeah, buddy.
No, you never get him out of the taxi business.
Why is that?
Because Corbin's like me. He's a bigger, lindo,